for a minute, but now we right back to the business. The shop is back open up. We come from Miami, they think that it's sweet, but this week we're gonna prove ain't no coconut. We was praying for Manny, but now he's back healthy, ain't lose no position, we going up. We started the season a rank, and now we top 10 BCS, gotta notice us. The squad been putting in work, we 7-1, we reaching for new levels. Believing in God, we're safe in the squad, we never been scared of the blue devils. Our eyes on the prize, we just wanna rise and be at the top of the ACC. We all in your face, it ain't make believe. We went out to schedule, few teams take some L's, and I guess it's gonna be some new vacancies. My squad got it covered like Maybelline. We just wanna ball, put on for the city, come back with the ring like it's 83. I be throwing that you wanna play with me. I get with the gangs, it's mutual. Been winning these games, they say it ain't pretty, but really a victory beautiful. We get the NC, I bet Duke enough. We trying to blow through them like hookah smoke, but no, we not sleeping at all. Don't care about their record, let's play like we doing no. So let's say they fit up in battle mode. We cannot be friendly in savage mode. Let's play them at L, no collateral. Keep the season alive like the lateral. B2, 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 B2.
Yo. What's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy Lonzo 1219, aka Hurricane Zo, back in the building. All right. I found out a few things, and I'm not even going to beef about it. I'm not going to beef about it because I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not even going to beef about it. But a word came to me. And I didn't think about it before I go live. What's going on, Elliot? What's good with the $5 donation? Before I go live, I'm gonna speak on this. I'm gonna speak on it. I didn't realize that I was getting some dislikes from some Hurricane fans. Well, something came to me, and I'm gonna hold on to it. Somebody mentioned something in my chat. And this is straight up honest. Like I said, if I ever have issues with people, I never take it to where I try to get people in my chat to go to anyone else's chat, you know what I'm saying, and be disrespectful. That's not what I do. That's not how I do it. You know what I'm saying? I handle it myself. All right. So this came to me last night. I got a text message about 2:00 in the morning. Is that someone's from Paul's show? Someone's from Mr. Scoop on the U show, and if he's listening, whatever, I'm not gonna beef with you about it. I promise you, I'm not. Someone's from Scoop on the U show. It's been a lot of bad talk about me coming from some of his Twitter accounts or people who rock with him, and also giving me a lot of thumbs down. Also, if you look on his what's the name feed, his I forgot what you call it. He has my channel, he has Coach Coop's channel, and he has Mark Rogers' channel. He has Mark Rogers 1, he has Coop 2, and he has me 3. That way he can build his channel, because anytime someone clicks on our channel, they're gonna automatically go to his. So he has those lined up to where he'll get the listeners that we work hard to earn. They'll automatically go to his channel. And if you think I'm lying, you can ask T2Y about that. He has Mark, Coach Coop, me, and Mark Rogers on his analytics, so that they'll know where he at. And I didn't pay any attention to that. And the third thing is, I didn't know that he was going live post games as soon as I go live. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm gonna let him rock. But all I'm saying is keep that same energy when the season starts. Make sure you have your season tickets. And every time you go live, I'm going live, because to me it makes absolutely no sense to try to, everybody say try to catch clout. To me, it makes no sense for that type of clout chasing. So that's that, and it's facts behind. It might be not facts behind all of it, but it's facts behind a lot of it. So Paul, I'm just letting you know, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not cursing you out. I'm not this, not that. You know what I'm saying? You got your followers or whatever. You got people that like you, but I want to see you instead of taking advantage of these young black student athletes, I want to see you start giving back to them, because I'm gonna start calling you out. I want to see you down in Pork and Beans. I want to see you down at some of these 7-on-7 camps. I want to see you start giving back to some of these young black athletes that you're making money off of. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, let's get to this De'Aaron King, Perry Milton thing. Let's get to this. So as you guys know, as you guys know, De'Aaron King, there are rumors about him going pro. There are rumors about De'Aaron King going pro. And we kind of saw it coming as he began to have a great season. We kind of saw it coming. But at the same time, like, I respect his move. You know what I'm saying? Like, take care of your family. People don't realize this. People want him to stay for selfish reasons. His father died. He has to take care of his mother. His father died, so he has to take care of his mother. So that's what he has to do. So I can't look at it as a selfish reason that I want him to stay. He has to do what's best for him and his family. You know what I'm saying? So I respect his decision. I would like to see him stay another year, because I truly think we could beat Alabama with him. So yeah, and please do me a favor. Please, yes, hit the like button. Please go, if you're in the chat, please hit the like button. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share. Let's get people in the chat. And my bad, one more thing. I'm giving away this week right here. I'm gonna give away the next 2 weeks. I'm giving away $50. I'm gonna do a PayPal $50 giveaway to somebody in the chat for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a 50. You have to have PayPal. I'm just going to pick somebody in the chat, and I'm going to give away $50 to people in the chat the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? At the end of this game and at the end of the next game. And I will have some people coming on. I have lined up some guests to come on. But yeah, De'Aaron King has decided to he decided to more likely forego his final season and go into the NFL draft. If he does do that, I wish him all the luck. I wish him all the luck in the world. Going back to that $5 donation by Elliot. Appreciate that, big homie. Thank you so much, bro. So if he decides to forego, which is probably gonna happen, that's probably going to happen. He's probably going to forego his last season eligibility and go into the NFL draft, especially with him being on fire right now. If he could be a top three third round draft pick, it would be definitely good for him, because third round draft picks get a pretty good contract. And the new hire, I'm not sure on a new hire. The new hire gives me a mixed result, because it feels like the new hire is there for Perry. That's what it feels like, because he's familiar with Perry. It feels like the new hire is there for Perry. That's what it feels like. That's what it sounded like in the beginning. But at the same time, with them looking at Mackenzie Milton, I have no idea. First off, I've looked at his highlights. People can't tell me, right? People cannot tell me, and I'm gonna open the phone lines up in a second, but there's no way that people can tell me that Mackenzie Milton got benched at UCF, right? That he got benched at UCF, and he's gonna be a grad transfer, and he's better than not just Nikoski, better than anybody on our roster. He's not a De'Aaron King. Okay, so if Mackenzie Wilson comes in, if they bring Mackenzie Milton in, then my understanding is Nkosi's going to transfer. And if I was Nkosi, I would transfer. If I was Nkosi, I would. If they brought him in, I would definitely transfer. I will salute him. Get your college degree. You will be a graduate transfer and transfer. Go do what's best for you and your family. So if I'm McKenzie, I mean if I'm Nkosi, I'm transferring. Because that's definitely to me a big sign of disrespect. What's going on, young Jedi? I got some plans for you tonight. I'm gonna put you in a bag tonight. So disrespectful on the Wholesome One channel. So young Jedi went off on me on the Wholesome One, man. He went off on me. He was killing me. He was killing me on Wholesome One chat the other night. And I was like, where? I was like, I was bugged. I was miffed. Every time he said something, I was like, what's going on? What's good, big fella? I mean, he was killing me. And I like, this is what I was like. This how I felt. This how I felt the other night when he was, when young Jedi was getting at me the other night. This is how I felt. I was like, young Jedi was getting in on me. I was like, this is where I was like, this is where I was the other night. It was bugging me out. It was bugging me. I didn't know where it was coming from. Like, where's this coming from? Where's it coming from? That's my little bro. He was killing me the other night. He made me lead a chat. That's a little bro, man. I heard he got hired for Nkosi Perry. I heard that was one of the, but then this other thing comes out. Right now there is no news on Jake Garcia as of right now. He's still undecided, but not 9.5 times out of 10 he'll be at Miami. But what I want to do right now, I want to talk about what's going on today. What's going on, Anthony? No, you was killing me. You was on the Wholesome One side the whole night. I mean T2Y. Yeah, my bad, Wholesome. You was on T2Y side. You was on T2Y side the whole night. He was killing me the whole night. He was killing me. He was in his bag. I was like, oh my God. He learned from the best, though. He did learn from me. So I got to take it. He learned from the best. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to kill me. Sometimes you got to kill me to make me live. But if Middleton comes in, if Middleton comes in, what does this mean? Like what does this mean if he comes in? People are saying he's better than Perry. Well, this is what I'm about to do right now. As a freshman in 2016, he played 3 games. He played 10 games, 194. And this is with the same offensive coordinator. 336 attempts, 57%. 1,900 yards. Then he had a great season his sophomore season. 4,000 yards passing. 67%. Then his junior season, he came back down a little bit with 2,600 yards. Okay. But his senior season, what happened? What happened his senior season? And why did they and the thing about it is, you say he's 100 to FSU. Who's 100 to FSU? Well, I mean, okay, he had a bad injury. I didn't know what happened to him. He had a bad injury. But at the same time, he had to see when people say Perry had a chance. People can't. People. I don't understand that argument when people say Perry had a chance. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate that. They're being very disrespectful. They're being very disrespectful to Perry. I don't understand when people say Perry had a chance, right? And I keep reiterating on this. Perry offensive coordinators were John Rick and Dan Enos, and they was rotating quarterbacks. He's never had a chance. He's never had a fair shot. Never. He's never had a fair shot. So I hope he transfers. Oh, I hope he's 100% to FSU. That's what I'm about to look it up right now. Because if he is, that's what I want him to do. I hope he's 100% to FSU. So I'm about to look it up right now. It doesn't say 100% anywhere I'm looking at. It doesn't say 100. I mean, at all. All right, but it does say. Actually, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Right now, McKenzie, for people who want McKenzie, McKenzie is like 98% to FSU. So I appreciate who did that. You get a gold star. Whoever did that, who did that? Who said 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 McKenzie to FSU? You can't say Perry makes a lot of mistakes. See, this is what gets me, Bryant Parker. This is what gets me upset with fans. Bro, he had an offensive coordinator. Every quarterback made mistakes in that system. That's why Jarrence Williams left. Every quarterback in that system made mistakes. All of them. So why are we just picking on Perry? The system was garbage. We had a first-time offensive coordinator. Exactly. John Rick, Dan Enos equals rookie mode. Hey, Monterey, do me a favor. Do you got PayPal? Monterey, do you got PayPal? Ask Monterey if he has PayPal. If he has PayPal, he just earned $10. I'm gonna send him $10 for that information. If he earned PayPal, I'm gonna send him $10. If he has PayPal, I'm gonna send him $10 for that information. I'm gonna start rewarding people for being in it. I'm gonna start rewarding people for being in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It might be $5, might be $10, might be $2. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna send them $10 for that information. If he has PayPal. I don't have Cash App. I don't have Cash App. I do not. You have to download the PayPal app. I do not have Cash App. So that's what I'm starting to do. Like I'm doing a $50 giveaway Saturday, post-game giveaway. I'm doing a $50 post-game giveaway Saturday. No, you got to repost it. I didn't see what you said. I'm trying to get through everybody. If you want to come in, you can come in. No, hold on. Let me do my even though you killed me the other night, my own partner, my own TV host, my own YouTube TV host killed me the other night. I'm sad. how that's gonna work? It's gonna work with me. I got faith in Perry. I have faith in Perry, so that's how it's gonna work for me. You're not gonna be disrespectful, Canes, Larry. You're not gonna be disrespectful. Do me a favor. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, man. I don't know what other channels allow you to do that, but be more respectful to our players. Be more respectful to our players. If not, then I'm gonna give you the boot. Like serious. You don't have to do that. You don't. Yeah, it don't take all of that. From somebody who probably never been to a game. Somebody like Paul Scoop on you never goes to. Right now we are looking. We listening to Zoes. We're listening to because I'm about to troll. Right now you're getting Hurricane Zoe season ticket holder Scoop on you.
Hey Zoe,
what's up, man?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hating on that. I'm hating on that news right now.
But
man,
I just heard that. I just read that he's like 95% committed to Florida State now. Then they did bring in a coach. They did bring in a coach that's familiar with Perry to help Perry. That's why this news threw me a little bit. Because they brought in a coach that knows Perry to help Perry. So that's why this confused me some.
I hate it. I just hate that, man, because we didn't give him a fair shot. We seen his mechanics, and we all seen when the coach is in the game, the offense is explosive.
But my thing is, I'm not even going to look at that because I just want him to get a fair shot. That's all. Just one fair shot. That's all. It. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I mean, people were screaming for Tate Martell, and what happened? Like I'm telling you, man. And people, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say black people, a lot of followers, but there is a lot of race that has to do with this because I've been in chats where people say Miami will never win with a black quarterback. I've been in these chats. I've been in these chat rooms. I can taste a lot of race when you got a guy like Paul Scoop on to you. Just being straight up honest with you. You got a guy like Paul Scoop on to you who never goes to games, never donates money, never does none of that, but get views and reads from 247 Sports. But get support from some uppity black people. I'm just being honest. A lot of this shit has to do with race. And I'm whether people stop listening to me or not, I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna talk about it. And like I say, if I don't see, I'm gonna look for them at every game I go to next year. I'm gonna look for them. So I'm putting it on notice now. I'm gonna look for them because the disrespect he showed me by going live. I'm going live and sending people to give me dislikes and all that. And to be honest with you, when I looked at his channel, there's nobody in his channel. It might be one or two people that's from my channel that I've ever seen in his channel. Maybe 3. Dang. But I would never tell nobody to go over there and disrespect him or go over there and give him a dislike. I would never do that. But I've most definitely heard from matter of fact, I've seen some things where that has been done. Well, that has been done. And it kind of pissed me off when I seen that today. So I said I'm gonna address it because I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Well, okay, I just wanted to speak my piece on it. Hey, I've been plugging you in on Twitter. I've been telling people, hey, go to Zoe. Zoe is real rugged and raw. We all cannot be politicians and politics in this game. Okay, exactly. We all got something to say. So with that said, you don't mind me plugging you in like that, right? On Twitter.
Nah, I know. I need to be. I need all the help I can get right now because I'm fighting. I'm fighting to lose. Like I'm not fighting a losing cause, but I'm not the All-American kid who has the same flag sitting behind him, who has the same Hurricane flag sitting behind him for 10 years. Like update your equipment or something for real. Do that. Perry in the portal, Zoe. Norvell needs. Well, I don't need Perry in the portal right now. But if they sign another quarterback, I'm all for, but if they sign another quarterback, I'm all for Perry going to the portal. What do you think about that, Anthony?
Honestly, for me, Zoe, and
hey Zoe, I think your video is off, man. I think your video is not on.
My video's on. I can see myself. Your video's off, Kelsey.
For me, honestly, Zoe, I
hold,
honestly
hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this. Perry doesn't have the leadership feel for the leader. How do you know this? How do you what makes you say this, Aaron Frazier? Like, who told you this? There has not been one player or coach that has come out that locker room last year or this year that has said that. You can't quote one coach or one player that has said that. And believe me, if he did not have the leadership, they would say it. You have not had one coach. As a matter of fact, when he goes in the games, the player is ready for him to go in. Am I wrong, Anthony?
Yeah, the players are excited when he comes in.
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about leadership. Stop making up stuff. Stop doing that. Stop making you listen to Facebook and Twitter and you make up stuff, but you can't quote me one player, coach, or anybody that said that outside of Twitter or Instagram. Go ahead.
I bet you it was from Rick and his son saying that
In the beginning, and they even never said it. They said we're trying to work on leadership with all the coaches, all the players. But how you gonna work on leadership when you have a son that never coached football calling plays? That's not leadership. You set your team up for failure. That's what you did.
Zoe, for me, I honestly feel that Nkosi never got a fair chance here. We, on top of getting De'Eric this year, we had incompetent offensive staff before Lashley, and when we got De'Eric, it feels like we gave up on Nkosi once De'Eric got here. To be honest, do you feel like that because De'Eric? Yeah. Do you feel that the staff gave up on him already and stuff like that?
I don't know. And I'm about to kill Young Jedi. Did you see the Duke game? He threw two. Bro, he hadn't played ball all year long. And then you expect him to come off the bench cold. And it was cold up here. He sat for 3.5 quarters, and you expect him to come off the bench cold. Did you see De'Eric King's two first drives? Did you see De'Eric King's first drive?
De'Eric struggled.
Exactly. Did you see his 2 first drives, Young Jedi? Our defense got we got a turnover in our offense, still got to punt the ball. So nobody wants to say, come on, stop. Go ahead.
So with the possibility of Perry transferring,
A63, love to see you back in the chat, bro. I have missed you in the chat, my brother. Love to see you back. I am so happy, my brother. My brother's back in the chat. I don't know. Hopefully, I didn't do nothing to disrespect you or nothing, but I've been talking about you every week. I've been talking about A63 every week. I don't know what was going on, but thank you, my brother. I love you to death. I'm glad to see you back in the chat. Go ahead.
Oh, what I was saying was with Perry transferring and De'Eric possibly going to the draft, do you think we get someone from the transfer portal like a Mackenzie Milton or something like that?
I didn't want Mackenzie. Mackenzie was the one that they was talking about, and they said if we got him, that Perry would transfer. That's why Perry would transfer if we got Mackenzie. Mackenzie is about 98% to Florida State. So I want Nkosi to stay. I want Nkosi to fight for the job, and I want him to win. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. And I want him to silence the critics, man. That's what I want. I want to silence the critics.
I'm a critic, but I agree with you. He never got a fair chance because of the staff that we had before, and even before Mark Richt came in. Who was our coach before Richt?
He came in with Rick though, because he signed with Al Golden, but Al Golden got fired before and then he came in with Rick.
No, that's what I'm saying. Even before Rick, Al Golden's staff never developed quarterbacks correctly either.
No, they didn't. Yeah, I'm tired of transfer quarterbacks, man.
And Zoe, I was asking you a question in the chat before. Can you imagine us getting both Jake Garcia and having Mason Smith and Leonard Taylor on the defensive line?
Our defensive line, our defense hasn't been the problem this year, like people make it seem to be. Our defense haven't been the problem. I'm putting my Team Perry shirt on. I'm gonna buy me a Team Perry shirt. I'm putting my Team Perry shirt on.
So do you believe the rumors that he's going to transfer Perry if we get another quarterback in this?
If we bring another quarterback, I'm calling his family and telling him to transfer. And I'm saying this live. Because Miami would need this. I'm saying this live. I hope he goes to a team like Florida. Florida for 1 year, and we play them and they beat the hell out of us with him throwing for like 5,000 yards.
I think honestly, Perry is a good quarterback. He never got a fair chance here, but he
never got trained. He never had a quarterback coach. He never had none of that. He's never had any. None of our quarterbacks succeeded.
I agree with you. He would have fit in Lashley's offense if we didn't get De'Eric. To be honest,
none of our
with this offense.
None of our quarterbacks succeeded the past 5, 6, 7 years. None of them. None of our quarterbacks. We have not had one good quarterback since
Ken Dorsey.
And what's name was okay. Brock Berlin was okay. So why does Perry get all of the, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the flack. Man, Aaron, Miami needs you to go to games because you don't ever go to games. That's what Miami needs you to do, Aaron. Miami needs you to go to games. Miami needs you to buy tickets.
I'm not hungry right now.
Miami needs you to buy tickets, Aaron. Miami needs you to get off of Twitter, off of Facebook, talking shit about the players, and go to a game. That's what Miami needs you to do, Aaron. Hold on, this is Jim Jones. I got something for you, Jimmy. This is Jim Jones. I got something for Jimmy. Man.
So
hold on.
Crack music. Love my home, rest in peace, Porter. Love my rest in peace, Porter. Love my home, the streets. We can never forget what the streets taught us. Love my heart on the streets, rest in peace, Porter. We can never forget what the streets taught us. Love my heart on the streets, rest in peace, Porter. You did the air ones, never did the 3/4. Not at all. And the fans still tapping like free water. I see you. You gotta look both ways before you cross the street. You gotta watch out for them strays from across the street. Damn. On my day, I was clapping at all the beat.
Hey, listen, you said King has done more in 1 year than Perry did in 3. Now, I'm going to challenge you on that question. I'm going to challenge you on that. You said King has done more in 1 year than Perry did in 3, right? That's what you said. Did Perry have Rhett Lashley?
Never got a fair chance.
Did King have to play for Dan Enos or John Rick?
No.
Do you see how King struggled earlier in this year? So imagine him having to play for John Rick calling plays or Dan Enos calling plays. Do you not think he would have struggled? Do you not think he would have struggled?
No, he wouldn't.
So let's not do that. You talking about you talk. He would have struggled a lot. He wouldn't be put away. He struggled the first 5 games of this season. Remember, he could not hit a deep ball. Remember this? Remember, he could not hit a slant across the middle. Remember that? He was able to play through it. Perry never had an opportunity to even play through it. Jacory was good. Jacory was good. Young Jedi.
Stephen Morris after Brock Berlin.
Young Jedi, you starting to sound more and more like everybody else. You starting to sound more and more like whoever said life was fair. My mother died when I was 17. I was in Rikers Island when I was 17. I was in Sparta when I was 16. I dropped out of school, got a GD, and my mother died. I know life ain't fair. I had a rough life. I know life ain't fair. I'm talking about realistic though. Elite talent cannot overcome everything. Who told you that? See, so like who tells people elite talent? There is a, you know what Jake Garcia said? Do y'all want to hear what Jake Garcia said about
elite talent can't over
Jake Garcia interview.
Can't succeed without elite coaching. I don't know what people are saying. Why people are saying
without elite coaching and other elite players. Do people not hear what Jake Garcia said? Like serious. I mean, this.
It's been a crazy year for you. You go from the West Coast to the East Coast, Valdosta, then Grayson. What has this season been like for you?
You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but at the end, I plan on having it all work out, and it's all worked out up to this point.
I'm not from everywhere. I've never said I'm from everywhere. I've always said I'm from Harlem, New York. I've never said I'm from everywhere, Shay. Everybody in this chat know I'm from New York. I don't have a sob story. My mother died when I was 17. I was at my girlfriend's house. She wasn't even sick. She had spinal meningitis, came out of nowhere. I was at my girlfriend's house in Queens. I've been on my own ever since. That's facts. It's not a sob story. I'm telling facts. And I still made it. So what are you talking about?
Play some football. I plan on.
I'm not from Florida. Never said I was from Florida. I'm a Hurricane fan. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. People do travel. You might stay in a little hick town that you was born and raised in, but people do. I lived in California too. I moved around. What are you talking about, Shay? Miss me. Shay, shut up. Maybe you need to go to Rikers. That's probably the only way you will find a man.
That was my goal at Valdosta. That's my goal here. So I plan on winning the state championship and national championship.
And you might just do that this season. Well, before we talk football, what's been your biggest takeaway from all of the movement?
Being able to adapt to new situations, being able to adapt to new groups of kids, new coaches, different styles of coaching, different types of football, different offenses, and just being able to pick up offensive quickly. I mean, I've been in two different systems, and I picked it up pretty quickly and played a game within a short amount of time. So just being able to pick that stuff up, I feel like that's also preparing me for college. So I think that was pretty good.
That's a good point, because you're definitely putting up some pretty elite numbers already at Grayson. Well, what do you miss most about California? Is it In-N-Out Burger? What do you miss most?
Zoe, your sound is going in and out.
It's raining right now, so the sun. I miss the sun. I miss no rainy days. I mean, I miss my family and my friends and everything. So I think that's the hardest part, is just being away from my family and my friends.
Let's talk football. Grayson's 8-0 on the year. What is it like to play for the Rams and head coach Adam Carter so far?
It's a blessing. Like I said, it's a blessing to just be able to play football, but be able to play for Grayson is huge. I mean, I walked into a situation where the team had been doing a good job. Obviously, they were undefeated when I came in. And, I mean, we plan on continuing that. We will continue that. So, I mean, it's a blessing just to be able to be a part of the team and be a part of a team with such a great group of people.
You've got some big-time playmakers around you, like running back Phil Maffa, who's committed to Clemson. Well, let's talk about your recruiting process. You're currently committed to USC. What all went into that decision?
I'm trying to get to that part where he said about
my family's able to go to the games. I really like the coaching staff over there, and I think the offense prepares me.
This interview.
Hold on.
That's a really good fit.
I know you're committed, but is there any possibility that you're open to other schools?
It might be the other interview where he talks about, you know what I'm saying, playing for Grayson. When he talk about playing for Grayson, I'm not lighting up on you. I ain't lightening up. I'm not being too tough on you. You open your mouth, Shay, you're gonna get the business. I don't care if you're a woman or not. You disrespectful, you're gonna be disrespected. I don't even think you're a woman. I think you're a man. You might be or something.
Zoe, do you think the reason why Jake went to Georgia is because Florida, it was too late for him to start school down here, like in Florida, to play football, or the schools are more strict here in Florida when it comes to high school football?
Talking about Jake Garcia?
Yeah, because he said he's
from Cali. He came
when
down.
he
He came.
transferred. When he transferred, he said he wanted to try to play here in
Nah,
Florida.
no. Listen, here, Georgia is. Hey, baby girl. Hey, my baby girl. Miss Miami Joyce. Hey, baby girl. Y'all be respectful to Miami Joyce in this chat tonight. Get disrespected. Smiley, what's going on, baby girl? Hey, Smiley, what's good with you? I appreciate you having my back today.
So what were you saying, Joe?
I'm with Shea bashing. Now I think Georgia football is on the same, almost on that same level as Florida football. If you watch a Georgia-Florida game every year, you will see that.
No, but what I'm saying, he said when he first was
he has family. He has family in Valdosta.
In Valdosta?
He has family in Valdosta. He has family in Atlanta. He has family in Valdosta. So that was his main reason. Perry don't have to prove you wrong, young Jedi. Young Jedi, let me school you on something, young Jedi. Like I said, you can't name me one. You can't sit here and do hypotheticals like Derek King would have did good with that offense, a system that we ran. Like serious. I mean, he came into a system that was a spread system that was built for these quarterbacks. And we've been screaming for this all along, but now everybody hate Perry. I'm glad y'all hate Perry because I've proven, Anthony, how many times have I proven everybody wrong? How many times have I done it? I've proven more people wrong than people in this chat. Everybody rides bandwagons and waves. That's what everybody does.
Honestly, I'm not a bandwagon fan. I've been a Hurricanes fan my whole life, but
no, I'm talking about when it comes to people. Remember when Tate Martell was on his way? Remember how excited everybody was?
I honestly wanted him to be our starting quarterback, but I made a mistake on that.
Who told y'all before we signed him he was going to be garbage? Who told y'all that? Did I not say that? Did I say he throws nothing but wobbly balls in high school?
Yeah, you said, and you and Cam from
Cam, I knew State of the U, not Mark Wright. He's from State of the U.
Huh?
He's from State of the U.
Yeah, but he does interviews. He actually said,
yeah, but we represent State
for us.
I put him at State of the U. He owns State of the U, so you put State of the U. I put State of the U ahead of any other show. And Cam is a smart guy.
Yeah, he said it was a mistake for us even to get Martell through the transfer portal from Ohio State and stuff like that.
I said it when we got Derek King, I was happy, because I felt like Derek King would have a chance to, and these are things that came out of Derek King's mouth. With Derek King says this. He says this. The first one at practice with me every day is N'Kosi Perry. The last one to leave with me every day is N'Kosi Perry. The one who's in the playbook with me every day is N'Kosi Perry. He says that's his little brother. Flat out. He said Perry's with him all day, every day. All day, every day.
So do you actually believe that we're going to lose both? If we lose Perry, you don't think we lose De'Eric, or do we lose both of them?
If we bring another quarterback in, we lose both of them. But from my understanding, these last few games, the stock has risen on King as King's going to go.
Oh, they predict.
I didn't say that's what he was going to be good. Why everybody such pessimists? Everybody say they want him to be a leader, right? They say he's not a leader. He's not. He was great in high school. Great. He's never had a good system in college. It took Felipe Franks 18 years to become a good college player. It took y'all quarterback y'all got right now 15 years to become a good college player. Florida. So I didn't say that's going to make him a great quarterback or even a good quarterback. I'm saying he's learning. He's at least willing to learn, and you want to kill him for that too.
Zoe, I think the reason why people say he's not a leader is because he's. You know how De'Eric is like a vocal person, because Perry is not like that.
He hasn't had the opportunity to be that though, because he never was truly the number one guy. He was never truly the number one guy. And I still say it has a lot to do with that Haitian Cuban thing. Yes, I'll bring that up. It has a lot to do with that Haitian Cuban thing.
Wait, he's Cuban? I didn't know that.
No, he's Haitian.
No, you said Haitian Cuban thing.
Yeah, he's Haitian, and Haitians and Cubans had an issue.
No
one nobody saying no. When we beat Florida State with Perry.
Hello, Zoe, you there? You froze.
Yeah, nah, you froze. Everybody,
Okay.
you've been freezing up a lot tonight. That's been you. My stream is clean. I'm looking at. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I got my computer hooked up to my middle monitor, and I'm looking on YouTube right now. I'm not looking on StreamYard. I'm looking on the YouTube chat on my tablet through my Samsung.
Okay. So you don't think, honestly, with us, with
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you again. She telling me to stop bending so much for Perry. Stop shitting so much on Perry. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, Shay. Stop shitting so much on Perry. Stop doing that. You a grown woman, right? It take people time to grow and mature. Stop shitting so much on them. How much do you have in your life that you have to shit on a kid? How much do you have going on in your life? Yeah.
Didn't Perry come in? I thought he came in. Did his when we were recruiting him, I thought he was living with his grandmother or someone, and they passed away before he signed with Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Perry? I thought one of our recruits, either it was Perry or someone else, that when we signed them, their parent passed away in the middle of the recruiting process and stuff like that. Was it Perry?
Yeah, I think it was Perry. Only thing I'm saying is, listen, man. If it wasn't Perry, if it was any player, just like I stuck up for Cam, see, people say stuff like what they say. I stuck up for DJ Ivy. Am I wrong? Mm-hmm. When Bubba Baxter's life was threatened and DJ Ivy's life was threatened, what was all the people in the chat about that? Remember when Bubba Baxter's life was threatened for missing field goals?
That was so stupid.
I stuck up for that. I stick up for these kids. Period.
They're kids. I agree with you. They're kids. You can't. I understand why fans are upset, but you can't threaten a kid's life and stuff like that just for missing an interception or missing a field goal.
I can believe that. I believe Perry just too black for that culture. I truly believe that. I believe that. Just like I'm sometimes too black to be a University of Miami Hurricane YouTuber. Because if you look at the wholesome one, he sounds white. Paul Scoop on the U, white. Coach Coop, white. I'm too black for the University of Miami YouTubers, to be honest with you. Even the black ones. I'm too black for the black ones. Because I'm black.
Both Junior and the Big Dog too.
No, Junior and the Big Dog is black as me. I love Junior and the Big Dog.
Hey Zoe, what would your opinions be if we get Mason Smith after? Do you think we're gonna get Mason or
maybe? Hold on.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. And I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous, man. You're clowning everybody on here. Seriously.
I'm too black, man. I'm too black. Me and the coach get too black, man. Me and the coach get too black.
I honestly understand where you're coming from with this whole like the whole race thing, but do you think that's a little bit overblown?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not just the race thing. I think it's the race thing, and I also think it's the cultural thing. Being that he's Haitian, I think I'm not gonna go deep into that, but it's something into that. All right, and so
honestly, it would be sick if we get Mason and 2 5-star defensive tackles on the what's it called in our recruiting class on top of possibly getting Jake Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I think the future bows bright for Miami.
The
I would,
depth that worries me on the defensive line specifically is the ends specifically.
and that's why I'm gonna get you. That's why I'm gonna start getting you in at, because you do recruiting very well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do recruiting very well, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do, and I'm gonna bring you onto this. How good are you at recruiting?
I'm not as hardcore as like Junior, Big Dog, and like Cam and stuff like that.
But
I
you're
can't
pretty
like
damn good though. You
no,
know a
but
lot of
I
the
can't
players.
say like for me, I can't really like be sitting at a table reading all the recruiting profiles and stuff like that because my ADD and
No,
ADHD.
no one sits at a table. Everybody look at film now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't have it. I'll lose focus after like 20 minutes of watching film and stuff like that. I can't do that for like 5 or 6 hours, or like 4 days of just watching film like that. I'll lose interest in football, and I won't.
That's all. You know what? That's all I want, man. I just want them to commit to Perry he has 1 year left. At least go through the spring and commit. Just go through the spring and say, because you don't know if they was to go through the spring and say Perry's our guy. I'm still sipping on Gentleman Jack. If they was to go through spring and say Perry's our guy, just commit to him, right? Through the season, just commit to him. Just give him that commitment. And he stinks it up against Alabama. Stinks it up. I'm all for benching him.
And I honestly think
I'm serious. Commit to him through the whole offseason. He's our guy. That's if King leaves. Just commit to him. Give him the reps. Give him the offense. This will be his second year in the offense. He has not been spent in the offense for 2 straight years. This will be his second year in the same offense. And if he stinks it up against Alabama, 150 yards, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. If he stinks it up, then
put DVD in or Jake Garcia.
Yes, I'm all for that. But commit to him through the spring and the summer. You see what I'm saying? Just give him that. Just do that.
Let's say we commit to Perry, but before the spring season starts, like spring off season, like the spring game and stuff like that, but TVD outplays him, do you still want Perry as a starter, or
I don't. It's hard. It's hard. Spring and summer is hard to say who outplays who, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because no one plays really against us. It switches up against how you play against the starters and stuff. You see what I'm saying? They even mix the starters up. Like they don't have like there's no set starting. You know what I'm saying? Lineup. You see what I'm saying? So, but I just want them just to commit to, not even for just if the Eric King decides to go pro, just stick to him. Just stick to him for 1 season, not even the whole season, up until that game. That's it. I'm serious. Just give him that shot, and if he doesn't make it that shot, then people can say something. But you have to at least like stick with him a little bit. Like give him. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, commit to him lifetime. Just give him that little bit. You know what I'm saying?
if he sinks it up in the first half?
I look at this how I know it's some racist bullshit. And this how I know, like I said, this how I know, like I said, this is how I know that because it came to me. They told me your boy Paul. You said your boy Paul, and who's the guy that works with Paul? What's that guy that works with Paul? Scoop on you. What's his name?
Brad Tejada.
Brad, whatever his name is. They said that I got the text messages this morning, and they said that I'm just letting you know, because you probably haven't been paying attention, that they go on live when you go live. I'm just letting you know that they have people, they're sending people over to give you dislikes. And if you notice, right? If you notice, it's the other night before I even came on, I had the live stream just streaming. I had 3 dislikes before I even showed my face. And he told me exactly, this guy told me exactly that. He told me you're gonna average between 8 and 10 dislikes every video with Paul and that. And this is this is what and I got the text messages and everything. He said you didn't even notice that they had been going live during post-game shows. So every time he go live, I'm gonna go live every single time. I don't care if I steal 2 people from him. Every single time I'm gonna go live.
And so do you actually think because when I watch tape of Perry specifically on Huddle coming out of high school, Vanguard's offense is almost similar, exactly the same as Red Lashley's offense, basically. So I think he would ball out in this offense, to be honest.
Well, they brought him to help them out.
Do you think the quarterbacks we had didn't, in general, with the quarterbacks we've been recruiting, didn't fit the offenses we were trying to play with, like Jed Fitch, and like Whipple?
I think Perry would have did great. You think about how everybody killed Brad Collier. Think about it. Brad Collier was this is how I'm breaking it down for you. Brad Collier was a Heisman hopeful going into his sophomore season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brad Collier was. You know what, young Jedi, do me a favor. Young Jedi, do me a favor. Don't speak on something you don't know. Don't speak on something you don't know. Speak on something you don't know because you don't know the history between me, Brett, and Paul and the wholesome one. So don't speak on something you don't know. Don't speak on something you don't know, little bro. You don't know he's a good guy. Have you? You've never talked to him. You've never met him. You've never hung out with him. I don't know. I don't know what has gotten into Young Jedi, but for some reason, ever since the other night, I have no idea what's gotten into my little bro, but he been killing me every single time he talked to me lately. And I'm gonna let him do his thing. I love him. That's my little bro. I'm gonna let him do his thing. I have no idea what has gotten into Young. I mean, everything I say he disagree with. He's never done that. It's for all of a sudden it came out of nowhere. It's like somebody done got in his ear. It's like somebody done got in his ear. I have no idea who's gotten in his ear. Come back to what you were saying. I'm sorry. Come back to what you were saying.
Oh, what I was saying with the offense, even with the quarterbacks that we've had, even Kaya struggled with Whipple and Jed Fitch. So to be honest, the previous offensive coordinators we've had were horrible and didn't develop the quarterbacks right, to be honest.
But they still put up better numbers. Remember, Brad threw for 500 yards in Tallahassee.
I thought he only threw for 450.
It might have been 450. I don't remember. It was. I know he broke the record. Prayers to Al Blaze Jr. What happened with Al Blaze Jr.? What happened to Al Blaze Jr., Sean? What happened to Al Blaze Jr.?
I think they're going to be moving on from Al Blaze Jr. and possibly playing one of the freshmen behind him.
He said prayers to Al Blaze Jr. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, Chills. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I'm not saying anything disrespectful to anybody. I don't think I haven't. Have I even cursed this whole show? I don't even think I've cursed this whole show.
So, and I honestly think they're already planning to move on from Al Blaze Jr. and stuff like that to maybe like a Dunson or a Marcus Clark. During the at the end of the season, giving them more playing time because the past few games I've seen, Al Blades has struggled the
That,
past few games.
but somebody said prayers to him, so I'm thinking something was happening to his family. Oh no, I don't mind you disagreeing with me about football, but you just disagree with me about something personal that you have no idea what was going on. And yesterday, even though it was funny, you disagreed with me personal about my hair being shorter than T2Y, knowing damn well my hair ain't shorter than T2Y hair. You know T2Y got to pull on his hair. T2Y need Viagra and a porno to get his hair long.
Oh Jesus! Oh good Lord!
So, I mean, I love you, LeBron. I don't mind. Just like when you speak on behind the scenes stuff, I will inform you on what's going on, what happened a few years back between the wholesome one and the new school Canes.
Wow.
The new school Canes and all that shit.
I changed my mind on Al Blades. If he has a heart condition, don't change him.
Oh yeah, no. If he has heart disease, he needs to retire.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think if he has that serious heart condition, something like that, he should retire, and they should. I can't remember. The Dolphins did this with a former Hurricanes player that got Gerald Willis got in.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings. Yeah, you hurt my feelings about my hair, man. You hurt my feelings bad, man. I ain't gonna lie, you hurt my feelings. I almost cried. Now, if he has a heart condition out for 3 months, I hope he retired. I don't want to see him die on the field.
Yeah, and I think the Hurricanes should do a good thing and have him on the coaching staff as a grad assistant or something, training under a guy like what's his name again, under Rumph or Banda. To be honest,
yeah. You
saw what the Dolphins did with Gerald Willis, the former Hurricanes D tackle, after he got in that accident.
Oh yeah. He lost his leg, or is it arm? Was it arm?
He flipped the car or something.
I know. Did he lose his arm? He lost his arm.
Yeah, he lost his arm
because he named it Nub or something like that. I watched the You see the documentary on it?
Yeah.
He has him and his wife has a documentary.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that's what the Hurricanes should do with Al Blades. Honor his scholarship, the rest of his scholarship, if he has a serious.
Oh, they have no choice. They have no choice. They have to. They have no choice.
Oh,
he'll
so
he'll be on he'll be on medical waiver. That's all. It'll open up a roster spot, but it'll be on medical waiver. That's all.
Oh, Ken Norton Jr. My mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I liked how him and his wife did that show. That was real good.
So, and I honestly believe that that's what the Hurricanes are going to do with Al Blades. If he has to retire permanently from football, have him as a grad assistant on the coaching staff, probably, and stuff like that. Like transfer to the coaching staff.
Young Jedi might do what y'all talking about. Young Jedi, I told Young Jedi when he came to chat, now I'm gonna give him hell for talking about my hair. Young Jedi, listen, Young Jedi, that's my. Why he gave it to me? I'm just giving it back to him. I'm not doing it disrespectfully. I ain't cursing at my little bro. That's my little bro. I love
in your honest opinion, why do you think the Hurricanes we are successful with the defensive line and the safeties, but we struggle with linebacker recruiting and corners? To be honest,
East Coast. Because of who we have recruiting more than likely is why we struggle with recruiting.
Oh.
Because who we
you
have.
You don't think Rumph is a good recruiter? He's more of a
Rumph isn't recruiting. Banda and what's name's recruiting. Rumph isn't recruiting. He's not a recruiter. He doesn't recruit.
Do you think we should hire a guy who knows how to develop and recruit? Because
I think they need to let Rumph do his job. There is nothing worse than somebody not believing that you can do your job.
No, because he's lost top end talent when it comes.
He hasn't lost anybody because he's not recruiting.
Oh, so it's Band. You think it's Banda? And
yeah, it is. It's Band, and no, it's Banda and the other guy. Who's the other guy that's recruiting?
Okay, so
Hey,
it's TV and
Ngo Kane. Who's recruiting defensive back? Is Banda and who else? Yeah. He's not recruiting, so he's not losing any defensive backs because he's not recruiting at all. He's not recruiting.
his heart condition is just due to his COVID.
Okay, it's inflammation. It's inflammation from the heart muscles. It takes 3 months. Okay, I got you. Thank you for clearing that up, bro. I appreciate you coming here and clearing that up. Thank you so much, because I didn't know what was going on.
So, do you think we're gonna play one of the freshmen behind him, like a guy?
Thank you. Thank you,
Marcus
Kane Juice 305. People like that's my little bro. Like people, that's my little Young Jedi's my little bro. People, I knew for a fact, and I told him, and I knew for a fact once he started coming on the channel, and once I did what I did for him, people were gonna try to put a wedge in between us. I knew that. I told him that. Rump isn't recruiting 863. Rump isn't recruiting. He's not recruiting.
It's DeMarcus and who is it? DeMarcus Van Dyke and Banda that are recruiting.
Yep. DeMarcus Van Dyke and Banda. That's who recruits. Rump doesn't recruit. Hey Victoria, how you doing, baby girl?
So Zoe, do you think we hired Mike Rump specifically just to develop the talent at the corner position?
Put it this way, no one does that. That's not how that works. Defensive line coaches recruit the defensive line. Defensive back coaches recruit defensive backs. Quarterback coaches and the head coaches recruit quarterbacks. Running back coaches recruit running backs. Wide receiver coaches recruit wide receivers. Why he's not recruiting, I have no idea. And he's plugged in. That's why I say there is a lot of shady things going on at Miami. There are a lot of shady things going on at Miami. It's a lot. And like I said, I'm going to bring race back into it again. I don't understand it. Like, what black coaches recruit?
Honestly, there's good black coaches that recruit. Corey Raymond.
I was told Ngo, he does no recruiting. And I was told this because I had to get it. Somebody told me he didn't do recruiting. What's good, T2Y? Somebody told me he didn't do recruiting, right? So I actually made a phone call to somebody that's right there. That's basically on the, I ain't gonna say on the staff, but that's there. Rump does no recruiting. He does zero recruiting. He goes to nobody's house.
So you think if he was allowed to do the recruiting, we would have gotten like guys like
yes, I am a donor. Yes, I am a
like,
donor, and I'm a season ticket holder. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't know who we would have gotten. I can't say who we would have wouldn't have got, but I know for a fact he doesn't recruit.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We would have. I'm answering. He does not recruit at all, Ngo. He does not recruit at all. He does no recruiting. I know they break it down in jurisdictions. I know this recruiter recruits here, and he does no recruiting. These are facts. I mean, if you can show me somewhere, because I talked to somebody, because I did not know this until about a month ago when we had the conversations. I didn't know this until about a month ago.
See, that's another thing I'm wondering too. Go back to the previous question about big body receivers, Zoe.
Who?
There was a comment about he wants big body receivers. Why is it? That's another position I've always wondered. Why do we struggle with recruiting those big size receivers?
We don't have a lot of them in South Florida. He does not recruit. He does not recruit. Do me a favor, 863. Show me proof. Show me proof of him recruiting. Because I thought he recruited too. I'm telling you, I thought he recruited too until about a month ago when people was talking about it. And I was like, no, he does recruit. Send it to me. Send it to me now. You got my number. Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me. He does not go sit in no one's living room, man. Now I want you to,
and I honestly think
if you I'm gonna send you the link because you the bro. I'm gonna send you the link, but I want you to send it to me where he recruits. Now, it's difference between you might know a player and they say, okay, go talk to that player because you know that player, but he does not recruit. He doesn't recruit. He has to get all that passed through Banda and Van Dyke. They have to sign off on it. He doesn't recruit.
So you think it's Banda's fault, Banda and DVD's fault that we lose guys like Tyson Campbell, Patrick Surtain?
You just think about it. Where did Rump come from? What Rump coaching high school football? Isn't he plugged in?
Miami Palmetto.
Maybe Rump needs to go. I don't know. Maybe he needs to go. Maybe he don't need to go. I have no idea. All I know is he doesn't have, when you don't have control of your own destiny, that's kind of hard, man. Everybody, like you say, linebacker coach, Packy, but everybody thinks that Blake Baker is the linebacker coach. Like,
do you think honestly it's hard to find a cornerbacks coach specifically that's good at recruiting and developing talent, like a Corey Raymond or something like that, or the guy at Alabama? Is it rare to find those guys that are good at both? Zoe?
Honestly, now you're saying that I don't know. It's always hard to find a player, man. Now you're saying he was at American Heritage and none of his players came here. Ha 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 ha. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about he doesn't recruit. You see how you change that narrative? You see how you change that narrative, Cole? You see how you change that narrative because he doesn't recruit. We're talking about recruit. We're not talking about the players that he had when he was at American Heritage that didn't come here. He doesn't recruit.
Oh, my mistake. He coached at American Heritage, not
yeah.
But Zoe, my question was, do you think it's hard to find in general position coaches that are good at both developing talent and recruiting? Like
it's hard to find great coaches, period, point blank. It's hard to find great coaches, period, point blank, man. We got another one in. Kels, what's going on? It's hard.
I don't know much, man. I've been struggling here and there trying to get back onto your show. But Zoe, you stay black, man. You stay real and you stay black. Okay.
I'm gonna do that. That's 100.
And you know, people don't know that you're from New York until they piss you off and that New York accent just come on out.
Nah, what I don't like is when people like I don't like her. Turn your radio down the back, or turn your music down, or your volume down, because I hear all that in the background. It's either you or let me see.
It's not me.
That's Mike Davis. You got to turn your sound down because we can't hear over what's going on. We can't hear over what's going on, so you got to turn your sound down. But nah, I mean, people talk, man. I'm like, I used to coach at Ridgeview High School. Would you like to see my pictures and my trophies? I coached at Ridgeview High School for 6 years. Yes, I did coach. I coached defensive line and linebackers. And I didn't coach just middle linebackers. I coached all three, left, outside, inside linebackers. I coached linebackers. I have no idea. The way this coaching staff is set up is too confusing.
And so for me, I honestly think, I'm not sure if you and Kelsey agree with this. I think fans in general, when we
I got you back, Mike.
You, Mike, and Kelsey agree with this, that Hurricanes fans got overly excited when we hired Rump, thinking we would get every player from American Heritage just because he coached there. Do you think we overhyped that connection when we first hired him?
We overhype a lot of things. That's
I'm not gonna even lie to you.
You know,
I agree. Yeah, he may be right.
Hey, Mike,
because I would.
You got a lot of noise. You got to go into your YouTube settings and turn your YouTube volume down. If you're
Big guy,
calling,
you're right.
if you're
You're
calling
right.
from your phone,
I was hyped. I was hyped when they got run. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
and I was hyped too. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring in Stretch Out Entertainment too. We got somebody else coming on. But I was very hyped when he came on. Let me get my I got to shorten these conversations because I got to let people get in. What's good, Mike? What's going on?
I just want to
What's
say
up,
one
Bob?
thing. I agree with you with the race thing because when you look back in the past with Brock Berlin and Cali, I think Cali should have been the starter.
Listen, that's why, huh? No, I don't think so. Put shoes and a coat on. A coat. I think that people are so afraid to talk about it. People are so afraid to talk about it. And that's another thing that probably turned people off of my channel. And then when I have people like Paul Scoop on you, like I said, I never disrespect people's channels and go live when they go live. Now, answers, he doesn't go live during the games, right? He won't disrespect Coach Coop like that. But he'll disrespect me like that. What's that about? He won't go live during the game with Coach Coop because he don't want that smoke. Because he know for a fact people are going to kill him because everybody know Coach Coop been doing it. But I've been going live before Coach Coop. And when I started going live after the game, I did pre-games, halftime games, and post-games, right? Pre-games I did, then I would send people to Coach Coop, and then he would send me for halftime, and then I send them back to him, and then he'd send them to me post-games, right? And we was the first two doing this right here like that. And then when everybody else started coming in, everybody else would do certain things, and we just respected what they did on that level. And you know what I'm saying? And we never ever cringed on anybody's shows. If I came on, I knew somebody was on, I got off. I wouldn't be disrespectful to somebody else's show, especially when I'm the one who started this shit, like for real. When I'm the one who started this shit, give me a second. When I'm the one who started this, but all of a sudden he can do this. He can do this to people like me because people feel like, first off, I'm gonna talk shit. But a lot of people don't like me because I speak because I bring race into it, and I bring real life into it, and I bring circumstance into it, and I bring that these kids had hard lives or the way they grew up because I grew up as one of those kids.
And for me, I understand. Zoe, I honestly don't understand why people do that. And for me, I don't understand where these kids come from because I grew up in a decent. You're right. Some of these people don't understand where these kids come from because they didn't grow up in that situation and stuff like that. Some of these recruits are coming out of bad neighborhoods like Hialeah Heights or something like that, or American Heritage is not really in a good neighborhood when you look at it.
Yes, American Heritage is in a great neighborhood.
Huh?
How many white players have you seen University of Miami turn their back on?
None.
Just saying. Doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So I mean, people can get mad at me. People can get mad at me and hate what I'm saying. But I'm not going to lie to you. And like I say, and every time, and since he wanted to be disrespectful to me, I'm going. These are text messages. I'm not reading text messages. These are text messages. These are not facts. These are text messages. I talked to somebody that works that's there on staff. I'm not going with that code. You're not sending me nobody text message. Send me something. Send me something in paperwork. That's like when somebody calls somebody a snitch. You need to see that paperwork. That's real street shit. You need to see that. You just can't call somebody a snitch without getting paperwork. I want to see paperwork in him recruiting.
Exactly. Show me the paperwork.
I want to see the paperwork. Don't send me no text message. I want to see the paperwork.
So,
all right, my bad. Go ahead. Hold on. Anthony, you got to let other people talk, baby. You got to let other people talk. You don't been on for a while now. I know, but we've been talking about 30, 45 minutes. I got other people in now.
Okay.
So we got other people. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, my bad, Mike. Now come on with your question again, Mike. So I can.
I believe that it is racism because when you look at UM Pass, I believe Cali was better than Berlin.
You can look at UM Future. I've heard people in some of these chats say we would never win with a black quarterback.
Shit.
We would have won with Cali.
I hear it all the time.
I think we would have won with Anthony Sands. Like,
I don't know who we'd have won with. All I'm saying is, give this young man a.
Thank you. Give Perry a chance.
That's what.
Yeah, give him a chance, but
that's what I'm saying. Because he has no quarterback that coached under that regime had a chance. None.
I'm from South Florida. Like, I don't think Perry's that good, but yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, they kill him, man. They say Anthony Sands was a wide receiver, man.
But he was a quarterback in high school. He was the best South Florida quarterback in high school.
Okay, now he just killed you. He just killed y'all. He said, now see Anthony Williams now, ha, and I didn't even know that. He's the best quarterback in South Florida high school. Now, you done got it here, and I didn't even know he was a quarterback. So now you done got it here, and you done opened up your mouth, and he gave you some facts. What's going on? Stretch It Out Entertainment.
I'm all right, man. I'm just on here trying to get on this Miami 2021 recruit conversation. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about quarterbacks? I'm on here looking at our quarterbacks for. The ones that we have on backup, like Ryan Ritzky, and we got that freshman that we've seen a little bit of.
Van Dyke.
What his name? No, Van Dyke didn't get in. The other boy, Matachi. How you say his last name? I don't even know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Machota.
Yeah,
Machota looked pretty good. Machota looked pretty good with his feet. You know, when we talking about quarterbacks, we talking about how we want to get to the next level. We're talking about a quarterback that was named Mr. Florida in the state of Florida, and Florida football is real high.
Do you know Ryan Leaf was the second pick in the NFL draft
and the biggest bust?
Do you know he was also he got picked 6 rounds ahead of Tom Brady?
Honestly, he got picked too high, to be honest. Ryan.
I mean, come on, listen, man, listen. I hear this and that, man. What I'm saying is, you got a guy, right, who's been here, who's bled this shit, who's been here, and it's not that he just got skipped over. He got skipped over. He continued to get. He got skipped over by Tate Martell. People who I told you was not good.
Yeah.
I told and people was throwing block parties when they got Tate Martell. Cole Engo was throwing block parties when we got Tate Martell. Everybody was. I was the only one. Like, bro, he is not good. He throw wobbly passes. He this, he that, and everybody was like, oh, no. He was 900 in college, and he threw for all these. Yeah, he had receivers that was wide open.
Hey, Zoe. You think it was because
let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. All right. People sitting here, oh yeah, we want Tate because he's this, and then Jaron went, oh yeah, we want Jaron. Jaron's a Cole. Jaron played in Georgia. He's just so much bigger, stronger, and athletic than Perry. He's gonna be so great. And we're both on that right now.
There.
So the only thing with Tate was that he came from Ohio State, and I guess he had a good game, and that was it.
It wasn't the Ohio State factor because I told them pull up. He played one game at Ohio State against Rutgers at the end of the game. Against Rutgers, all they had on him was high school film. I told his daddy to his face I didn't think he was that good.
Damn, Zoe, that's cold.
I'm telling you, Cole's right there. Coach, he didn't say nothing. He said, my wife said he's not playing well right now. I told his daddy to his face.
I agree with you, Zoe. I was one of those people during the
Cole. Bullshit, Cole, because Perry and Williams got bad coaching from sorry ass Mark Richt and his sorry ass son. And Perry and Williams got sorry ass coaching from that sorry raggedy ass old non-coaching Dan Enos. How can you be a quarterback coach? How do you go from Rex Ryan's water boy, coffee getter, to an offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. How do you do that? Perry and Williams had more experience than John Rick.
Yes.
And the Dan Enos thing, honestly, I think the Dan Enos thing was all about him coming from Alabama. Because he was successful at Alabama.
Guess what he was at Alabama? A quarterback coach. He wasn't an offensive coordinator.
So back to them quarterbacks, man. We got a quarterback coming in out of Florida.
I'm not worrying about the quarterbacks coming in. I'm worried. I want to see Perry succeed for 1 year.
Me too.
I want to see Perry succeed for 1 year, man. I'm so tired of people giving. He ain't never had a shot. He never had a shot, man. How can a student be smarter than a teacher?
Facts.
How can a student be smarter than a teacher, man? Everybody I was the one that said I don't want Rick. Rick is garbage. Before he got fired from GA, I said Rick is garbage. Let's get Rick. Rick is going to be great. I said Rick is going to run this program into the ground. No, let's get Rick. Everybody except me. I got killed for that. What happened?
I didn't want Rick.
Well, I'm just saying, I was the one talking about it though, loudly talking about it. Right. I was the one. I was the one loudly talking about it. I talked about it before he got fired from Georgia. Oh, my bad, resigned. You know what I'm saying? The proper way. He resigned from Georgia. I did not want Enos. Did not want him at all. Period.
And I think the reason why people wanted Enos is because the success he had developing Tua. That's the other problem.
Did he? That's like saying Phil Jackson had success developing Michael Jordan. No, Phil Jackson had success putting a system around Michael Jordan. He didn't develop Michael Jordan. But when you got talent, you got talent, man. Your job is to. Bill Belichick said it. Bill Belichick. This is what makes him the greatest coach of all time. This is what makes him the greatest coach of all time. And another reason that made it, and that's what took Nick Saban on that level as well. Remember when Nick Saban just said, I'm going to run the ball, and they started losing when A&M came in with that spread. Remember? Hey, you gonna have to wait. You already got 4 in. I'm gonna have to let somebody out.
No, I'm gonna get out, Zoe. I'm gonna get out. I got
it. Remember we had when Nick was like, I gotta turn the background down. I remember when Nick they was running the ball and all that. And he adjusted. He said we need to learn how to pass the ball. Remember, they would just run the ball, play defense, and they won their last 2 championship passing. Okay. Bill Belichick flat out said, we do not have a system. We use our system for our we put our players in the best system. Just get into the chat. I don't take the phone calls no more. You gotta get into the chat, and I don't take the phone calls no more. I'm pasting the StreamYard in the Stream Key. I'm not holding no phone up. I ain't doing that. So when bro, these guys had no coaching at all. None. How nobody would have been. You know what? Nobody was successful. No one was successful. No quarterback was successful. None. But it's all Perry's fault. When none of them was successful. Perry was never considered the starter. Never. That title was never given to him as the starter. It was hey Perry, turn your media down. It was your boy, the short dude, forgot his name. What's his name? Malik Rosier.
Martell.
It was Malik Rosier, and then it was Jaron Williams. Nikoski never was given the position, and I remember this. And this is why I say I'm so great at what I do. All right, this is why I say that's right. I'm great at what I do. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember what Rosier said about Perry on that exit interview that he did on Orange Green Blood or whatever, Orange Green Boy, whatever? Remember when he said that they basically they basically screwed Perry. That's what he said. He said they wouldn't give Perry a chance. That's what Malik Rosier said. That's what Malik said. This is what he said. I ain't lying about that. Go back and look it up. Go back and look. I played the whole interview. He said they never gave Perry a chance. Perry was a better quarterback. They never gave him a chance. I did not know he's going to throw Mark Rick under the bus like that. But he threw him under the bus, threw him over the bus, backed him over, and ran back over him and back over him again. So, and it's what Malik said. So that is what it is. And I was saying it from the beginning. Malik said it at the end of his career. Thank you, Malik. That's why he ain't been invited back on campus since.
Malik?
He might have been invited back. I'm just making fun.
No, he works for University of Georgia now. That's why.
Oh, yeah. He won't be invited back on campus no more. I think threw Mark Riggins in the butt. At that interview, he won't be invited back on at University of Miami.
Yeah, he's a graduate assistant for University of Georgia now. So
I know, but he told the truth. He told the truth. Perry haters are pathetic. They're pathetic. The kid never got a chance. He got a chance. No, he didn't. He was never named the starter. He was named the starter for one game. For one game after the Virginia Tech game, he almost brought it back, and then they benched him the next game. That matter, they benched him that game. He never named the starter. He was never the starter.
he was named the starter for a few games, but I mean, I don't care if he could have started 100 games under Enos, and it wouldn't have worked out with our offensive line.
Oh, and so somebody asked him. Somebody said, "Well, De'Aaron King did way more in 1 year than Perry did in 3 years." And I said, "So what would De'Aaron King have done in that offense with Enos?" Got killed.
I mean, I don't know. Like De'Aaron King has got such good legs, he could have made something work, but it still.
It would have been.
It ain't going to be like it was this year. I mean, honestly. I don't think like I said before, Enos' offense wasn't terrible, but it was terrible for Miami. There's no way his offense was ever going to work with our offensive line, with the type of players we get. We don't, his offense is kind of similar to what Kansas City Chiefs runs, but we don't have the players to have that kind of offense.
And not too many teams in college football. Maybe Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama could.
Not even Ohio State. Not even Ohio State could.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia, Alabama, and that's probably.
That's probably about it. Them the ones who
maybe Oregon. Maybe Oregon.
No, Oklahoma could because they got some big boys up front. Oklahoma got some big boys up front. So I think Oklahoma could. But that's about it. I mean, all I'm saying is, and this is what I said, Perry. Perry. I'm just gonna call you Perry. I'm gonna call you because I didn't want to call your first name, so I just called you Perry. You
just called my first name like 5 minutes ago when you were mad.
But when you came on screen, I said I'm not gonna call your first name.
Quit laughing.
That's my girl. Hey, put it on the screen.
Come here, Leia.
Hey, see, that's my my red velvet donut thief. Hey,
crack donut.
Oh, that girl there is so amazing. She is always happy. She is always happy.
I gotta turn this heater off. I didn't ever turn the heater on, and I turned it on because it got like 39 down in Orlando.
Man, we are at 29 right now. I'm about to die.
I'm never turn the heater on. Now I'm sweating.
And that's the bad thing about it. I turn the heat on, right? And I got to turn my window unit on upstairs in my bedroom because it be too damn hot. I can't sleep.
Well, our house is 3-story, so the middle floor is where I turn the heater on, and the upstairs is where the cool air conditioner's at. So
yeah, because my house 2-story, that 3-story, that heat rises, bro. It
really, for some reason, it isn't bad. It seems like our top floor is usually the coolest. It's kind of weird, but
it might be getting blocked off by something. They might have some type of, you know what I'm saying? Well, everybody don't know. If people don't know Engo Gaines, I still can't pronounce the damn name because I'm dumb.
Endo Gaines.
Endo Gaines.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did. Why did you do that? Why did you change your name? Endo? You knew I was. You know I'm dyslexic. Like that's why you did it. That's the only reason you did it because everybody else can pronounce it.
I mean, I was like the whatever, Darth Vader or whatever for the longest time, but like I didn't care at some point. I was like, whatever, because they was gonna call me by my name anyway by mistake. So
Not by mistake, because I can't pronounce Endo Gaines. I can pronounce it right now.
He's not. I mean, he's not doing good at Cincinnati. Enos is the running back coach. I mean,
And
he's the running back coach for Cincinnati.
Who are you talking about?
Somebody in the chat said Enos is doing good at Cincinnati. He's the running back coach in Cincinnati.
I would have took. What is that in the background? Hey, it's all about you. You might want to turn your You got something going on in your background, little brother.
All right.
You got You don't have to get off, but I hear some noise in your background. It might not be him. Got his cell phone mute. What I'm saying is this was my strategy right here. If Perry goes pro, this is my strategy right here. This is what I say. You
mean if King goes pro?
If King goes pro, give Perry the off season and spring and the first game against Alabama. And if he stinks it up against Alabama, then that's it.
That ain't fair either, though, because anybody's going to stink.
No. Not I'm talking about stink it up. I'm talking about if he stinks it up like that. I mean, but at least he knows what it is to be prepared for. You see what I'm saying? Just give him a shot. That's all I'm saying. A shot, not favoritism, but a shot.
I guess. I mean, I want to see him. I'm hoping that when we play Georgia Tech, we're so far ahead up in the first half that he can play the second half more than what he did last. Because
I'm kind of hoping that Derek King say I'm going pro and he shuts it down for Georgia Tech and Perry get to play the whole game. I think it's going.
I know somebody's telling you that I don't know if that's true.
I'm not the I didn't hear it from I didn't just hear it from inside source. I heard it from a media outlet as well.
They're wrong. That was Rivals. They also said
it wasn't Rivals. It wasn't Rivals that said it. It wasn't Rivals.
Yeah, James Warning and Rivals. It all came out the same place. I saw the same thing.
But I heard it. I heard it Sunday. And I paid no attention to it. Somebody called me Sunday. I was like, hey, I paid no attention to it. But the reason why I think it is, if he can go third round, right?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, if that's what I'm saying, if he can go third, if he's projected third round, he can go third round. He can take care of his mother. He can take care of his mother medical bills. He can take care of his mother, and that will be his reason. That's a lot of young kids' reason for going is to take care of their family. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go. I'm saying this is. I'm just speaking on what I read and what someone told me. I never said he was going.
Yeah, so the thing is with King is there's two ways that I could see it happening. Either it depends on if he's dead set on being a quarterback, he probably needs to come back. Because I think next year, another year in this system, a full off season, if he could talk Mike Harley into coming back with him.
No, that ain't happening.
I'm saying if he can talk him into
Mike gone.
Mike, well, he hasn't accepted a Senior Bowl yet. He's been invited to a couple, but
Mike gone. Mike had them last couple. If Mike betting with house money, you better take Mike got that. Well, Mike caught that.
Think about it.
Well, Mike caught that catch against Duke. Well, Mike caught that catch. You know what he was saying?
Think about it. So he isn't going to go he may, if anything, would be like 6th or 7th round.
No,
undrafted free agent.
No. I'm telling you what's going to kill it. The combine is going to kill it. Because it bugs me out how you don't even know who a player is, and they go to the combine.
Well, most of the time they'll know the player, but those combine numbers kind of like put you like if all things are equal. Like honestly, this is my opinion. Like if you take all the defensive ends out there, you can see what like Greg Rousseau did, what Quincy Roche did, what Jalen Phillips did, what all these other DNs, like the one that the one at Wake Forest, the one at Duke, all these places. What's going to make the difference is whenever Jalen Phillips walks out there after what he did this season at 6'5", 270 pounds and runs a 4.5, 4.55 in that range.
But you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen with what's his name, Harley. They're going to see his measurables, his height. What he's 6'2", 6'3", somewhere right now.
He's 5'11".
Is he 5'11"? I thought he was like 6. But they're going to look at.
He's a slot receiver. I mean,
they're going to look at his speed, his measurables. He's a great route runner. They're going to look at all of that, and then they're going to look at his combine. And then they're not going to hold into account that everybody played bad under the Rick era. The whole offense played bad under the Rick.
Well, we'll see. So he has to declare before that happens. I mean, he's.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he's going.
Without that, so
I ain't saying he's going, but I think he's going.
I'll say this: I'll say this: if I was Mike Harley and De'Aaron King's coming back, I'm coming back because I think next year a full off season with Rhett Lashley and De'Aaron King and Mike Harley will probably be what Prochet was at SMU.
Or he'll probably get hurt.
I mean, there's always risk of that. I mean, he can go to combine and get hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, listen,
I ain't getting
hit
last year.
I ain't getting hit at the combine.
Well, I guess I should have said Senior Bowl because he's going to go to a Senior Bowl if he goes. I mean, you can get hurt at Senior Bowl.
He might not go. A lot of players stop going to Senior Bowls and bowl games. You know that. I mean, over the past couple of years,
most of the kids that ain't first round locks go to a Senior Bowl or bowl game. A Senior Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, if I'm Jalen Phillips, I don't think I go to a Senior Bowl. But if I'm going out as Mike Harley, I'd go to a Senior Bowl. If I was Quincy Roche, I think Quincy Roche.
Mike Harley has. Can you say Mike Harley?
Well, yeah.
Washington Football Team Nation. I love that. Can you say Harley had Butterfingers? Because when was the last time you seen Harley drop a ball? Like he's been good. Stop. We you know what? Players aren't allowed to get better. Do you notice that? You notice that in Canes, players are not allowed to get better. Like he dropped balls in the beginning of the season. He's gotten way better. He's not dropping balls now, but he still has Butterfingers. Like I was killing De'Aaron King in the beginning of the season. Can't throw the deep ball. Can't throw across the middle. Can't see. I had somebody call
all those things.
Exactly. And I can't say nothing except good job, man. Great job, young man. I was killing what I was seeing, right?
Yeah.
And then I had one of my buddies call him. I'm gonna show you what he called him. One of my buddies called. Hold up. One of my buddies called him.
The so prover. He done proved so wrong.
No. This is who my buddy said he was. That's who my buddy said he was. My buddy said he's short like Kevin Hart. That's why he can't throw across the middle. He said he's short like Kevin Hart because he can't throw across the middle.
That's going to throw across the middle to Mike Harley.
But this was before he was throwing across. This was before he was throwing across the middle. I thought it was because he couldn't see over the line. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't. I thought he was too short to see over the line because he's definitely not 5'11", 6'1". He's not that.
No, he's 5'9". I mean, 5'9", 5'10". It's actually funny because he's actually shorter than Tate Martell.
Yeah,
I watched the video. Like you think Tate's short? You watch, there's a video clip I can send them practicing beside each other, and Tate looks like a freaking giant beside him, man. He's like 3 times as thick as he is.
That wasn't bad though. It was when Tate last year was standing beside Perry and Jaron Williams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we was like,
let me respond to T2I real quick. I'm
missing him.
Yeah, he's asking about Jaden McBurrow, which is the corner at St. Thomas Aquinas. I'll say he's probably he reminds me like of a mixture between Asante Samuels and Trajan Bandy. He's probably a little bigger, slightly bigger than Bandy. But he is a dog. I would take him every single day of the week. I honestly think outside of getting somebody that's like a 6'2", 5-star corner, he's the only high school kid I'd probably take at this point.
I think we need to mix up. I think there's something missing with this coaching staff. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Endo gang. Endo. I don't know what it is. Endo gangs.
Just say Endo. That's what everybody's shortening it to Endo. I might as well reduce it to Endo.
You put Endo. You need to put Endo and put that slash in it and put Canes, and then we go. Now we smoking weed.
Oh my God,
Endo
No,
Kane.
because then you'd call me like Indigo Canes or something.
No,
Like
if you put Endo underscore Canes, now I can get high while you talking. So you smoking on that Endo. You know what I'm saying? I know what Endo
the problem is you're the only person who can't get it right.
That's because it's all together. I told you I'm dyslexic, man. Stop. I'm dyslexic, damn it. Yeah, y'all won't tell the whole world, goddamn shit. Certain words don't come out right for me. Okay.
So what I sent you, what you didn't look, was actually one of our current corners, because I asked him the question. I can't really give you any details because you'll know. Anybody who really knows will know who it is. But I asked him point blank because I actually really liked him as the corner when we got him, and I didn't know if I was kind of debating that if it was true or not, because I keep hearing people saying it, and I was told different things. He told me straight up that Rumpf was the only one recruiting him. He offered him. Manny Diaz did give him the green light, which happens with every coaching staff. But Rumpf
that might have been. How long ago was this?
This was the last class.
Okay, now, and that's the only, and they probably had a relationship.
No, he did not know this kid. For sure.
Because I'm telling you, because this
kid
is.
isn't from
I'm not going to say. You know what I'm saying, on the coaching staff or on what, but when somebody told me that, I didn't believe it, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to say he might not get a recruit or so, but he doesn't recruit.
He doesn't like to recruit.
No, I think he likes, but I think
he doesn't like to recruit. Though.
I think they'll allow him to.
He doesn't. They do let him though. I mean,
if he doesn't like to recruit, then he needs to go.
He doesn't like to recruit. I mean, he did recruit Christian Williams. He went up to Alabama. I mean, that's when there was a whole story behind it when he went up to Alabama to recruit him, because he went to the Waffle House and the guy said he had a Miami shirt on. He said, "Oh, you're in the wrong place. You ain't gonna get a recruit around here," because
If he does recruit, then if he doesn't like recruiting, he needs to go, because that's part of the job.
I mean, you don't have to. There's coaches that don't like recruiting. I mean,
that's part of the job, though. But we need. I don't like this safety cornerback bullshit. I don't even like that.
A lot of people do that. A lot of schools do that.
Some schools doing it now, but I don't. What major schools really do? Like what Power 5?
I'm pretty sure the last time I looked, Alabama and Georgia do the same thing.
Do they?
I don't know why.
I'm not 100%. You can school me on this. I'm not.
I can't do it while I'm on the phone with you, because then you won't be able to see me or whatever. But
you're good.
I'll send you. I mean, because I actually looked this up, because I thought too, especially with the whole Blake Baker. He's the middle linebacker coach and the DC, which is kind of weird. But that's the same thing.
He doesn't really coach him when I went to practice and stuff last year and stuff. He's not really out there. So I think he's the middle linebacker coach in title, but I think he gives the duties to someone else.
No, so he recruits and he coaches the middle linebackers. The striker and the outside, which is the wheel, is both recruited.
But does he coach them? Because I went to a few practices last year.
We do. I mean, Manny was a linebacker coach. Blake's a linebacker coach and was a linebacker in college, and Patkey's a linebacker coach.
I could tell you this right here, man.
It's kind of goofy though. I agree. Like, it's kind of goofy that we have a cornerback coach, a safety coach, a middle linebacker coach, an outside linebacker coach. I mean, we might as well have defensive tackle coach and a defensive end coach.
Yeah, the way that is, and a quarterback coach, and a left tight end coach, and then a right tight end coach, and then a left wide receiver coach. No, a right wide.
Well, I mean, you know what's funny though? It's kind of funny you say that, because a lot of spread offenses
they probably do that.
They do. They have an inside receiver coach and an outside receiver coach, which
crazy.
Is goofy, but people do that.
And I'm still. I guess I'm from the old school. I don't, even though I love Red Lashley, I still don't like him calling plays from the sideline. I don't like it.
I don't mind. I like one coach to, like, what I would prefer is have Rob Likens or Garen Justice in the booth and have Lashley on the field, because Lashley's interpersonal skills with these kids is immaculate.
I know that.
Get guys fired up
as fast as his offense runs, they won't. It'll be too much relay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you watched. I was watching. I think it was it the NC State game? They were time we were snapping the ball with 35 seconds on the
clock. I'm saying, so if he put somebody else in the booth and that person had to explain to him, that person might be like me trying to pronounce your name, and that's
mainly the fact the person in the booth is just for adjustments, not for calling plays. Like it'd be like series to series, because that offense once it gets going, they're like once they call the first play, and if they get based on their down and distance, that's when they call off of that.
But see, I think it hurts us, especially in the red zone, because you can't see the other side of the field. You just can't.
It hurts in the red. Well, what's hurting us in the red zone is just the offensive line getting some age to them.
Not just that though. I think what we do is we if you notice like 20 to 20, our offensive line is spread a little more, and then once they get in the red zone, they get closer. They like tight bunch. They get like a tight bunch, and I think that it throws them off key. But I still think like. If I'm on the right side of the field, how can I really see that left defensive end? I'm relying on that left defensive linebacker. I'm relying on somebody to let me know what's going on. But if I was in the booth, I could actually see it. That's the. I mean, hell, what's name is the best defensive coordinator in college football, and he called defense from the sideline. Brett Venables. He called. Yeah. I still don't like it. He's the best defense. He's the best defense coordinator in college football, and I think he would be even better if he called from the booth. And he's the best in college football. It's just something I don't like. But if we're winning and putting up points like we did against Duke, there's no complaints. But
so Panama Jack, if you're asking which team's better this current year, IMG Academy. IMG Academy is because of the way Corona happened. They got like 7 5-stars. Their offensive line is Alabama's offensive line.
I hate these private schools, man. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't. I think it's now that's part of what took the dog out of football. To me, yeah, oh my God, like the dog in football, like people can't. When Miami Northwestern and all those teams were great and stuff like that, and the whole neighborhood went to those games, and it was like, but now you got
it's still the same way at Miami Northwestern and Miami Central. But.
I know, but it's not like it. A lot of them great kids that probably would be going there go to St. Thomas Aquinas now and stuff like that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them go to IMG. Some of them
IMG, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard though. Like I don't know, like I've just like learn and listen and kind of like, the whole thing. But like, if you got family that went to Northwestern, you're going to Northwestern if you play football.
Yeah.
If you got family that went to Miami Central, you going like you.
I could tell you right here. Me and T2Y got into it. Me and T, we continue to get into it. I told him I did not want Notre Dame in his conference because I knew what was going to happen. And they fucked our whole team, our coaching. Listen, I've sent the ACC 5,000 tweets saying "fuck y'all." I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Like we can do about it. It might not affect this year, but it can affect the future, man. Like that. What happened to Miami this year is a travesty, man. It's unfair. It's ridiculous. It should not have happened. And our kids missed an opportunity to play for an ACC championship game because Notre Dame beat Clemson's. Notre Dame beat
team
JV team with
second team.
Beat them with ETN in overtime, and refused to play us. This is facts. Refused to put us on their schedule.
I was hoping so bad that they would put Notre Dame on our schedule instead of Duke this past weekend.
Notre Dame said from the beginning. They said from the beginning that they weren't going to be on our schedule.
Oh, I know.
And then the ACC allowed that. They allowed that.
They allowed it because money talks, bro. I hate Notre Dame, but that logo, bro, it sells, man.
You know what they should have did.
These Catholics be spending money, bro.
they pedophiles. Yeah. Pedophiles. I call them pedophiles. I don't give them the respect. They call us convicts. I call them pedophiles. Period. I don't give them the respect. So they should have brought in a BYU or something. They should have brought in somebody else there. They should have did.
Well, the problem was the reason I brought in Notre Dame is because Notre Dame is an ACC for basketball. I mean, they already had the contract for 6 games a year or whatever.
But there are other teams that brought teams that are not in a conference Am I not? There's a few teams that brought some teams that are not in a conference And we could have brought BYU or something. We could have brought somebody in.
Yeah, well,
we could have brought somebody in.
The BYU logo, the Mormons, they don't sell like those Catholics do.
I don't care if they sell. It's not to me. Once you got the Catholics' money, everything else is just extra money, right?
Well, that's what they did. They brought Notre Dame in to get all that money. That's what.
But then there's no wrong. There's nothing. You can get more money from any other school too. You just bringing in more money. That's what I'm saying. So they should have
bring in like more than one team.
Yeah, brought in 2 teams.
I would have been okay with them bringing in Notre Dame and BYU, and
that's what I'm saying.
One of them in the Coastal, one of them in Atlantic.
Yeah,
they still having divisions.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what they should.
That would have shut BYU up way before Coastal Carolina did then.
Yeah, I mean, not just that though. Not just that though. It would. Now we have we are the only conference without a division championship. That division.
Oh yeah,
it's not right. That shit. We lost one game. When did we lose Notre Dame? What week was that?
What do what?
What week did we lose? I said no. What week did we lose to Clemson?
It was week 4.
And
we went UAB, Louisville, Florida State, Clemson. Yeah, 4th game.
I want to go to the SEC. I want to go to SEC now. I want to go to SEC.
Bro, the SEC wouldn't want us in the SEC because the only thing that's keeping us from getting more recruits than we're already getting is not being in the SEC.
Thank you, T2. I said, why would you want to go to the SEC when you haven't even conquered the ACC? Do you know how much football money we would get in the SEC?
Bro,
you know
I get the argument he's saying because we haven't won the ACC yet, but like, look, bro, Vandy, Kentucky. I mean, these teams, freaking. Like Missouri, these teams get 4- and 5-star kids because they're in the SEC. No other reason. I mean, it's literally because they know they're going to get SEC games. They're going to play the hard competition, and they're going to get the money.
So if Miami went to the SEC East with Florida and Georgia, what type of recruits? Knowing we get to play Florida, Georgia, probably at least LSU and Auburn. At home, we get something, and a lot of these games at home. We get at least 3 to 4 big games every year at home. How does that home talent? What is that? What happens to that home talent?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think they stay home?
I'll say this: like, if the problem is, there's really no football legacy in the ACC other than Miami and Florida State. I mean, Clemson's good now, but like the old money, Auburn's, Alabama's, Georgia's. I mean, that old money where like they're going to get millions a year. I mean, hell, I think Georgia's top booster gives like $100-something million a year, $100-something million something to the program.
Mm-hmm. And then Miami get that big check from the SEC.
Yeah,
that's a big check.
Oh yeah,
and they don't realize the SEC spends their money.
Oh, what people? You know what? I'm gonna say this, like the best. I don't know what's the good word for it. The biggest salesman in the history of mankind is whoever got the SEC to allow Vandy in their program in the SEC. That's son of a gun because the Vandy has they don't have to do nothing and they get millions of dollars a year from being in the SEC. They literally don't win a game. But because they're in the SEC, they get millions of dollars in money.
Just think about it. Like the IMG, St. Thomas, all those schools in South Florida, like all these schools there, and Miami's right there. And Miami is just go on campus, and them kids go, and then you get to play against these other schools, and then they're in Miami Stadium would be rocking week in and week out. It would never be a stadium issue. It would never be none of that. It wasn't a stadium issue for the Notre Dame game, was it? It wasn't a stadium issue then. Like it would be rocking, and the SEC would make Miami better.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we heard kids say they're going to Florida just because they're going to play "quote unquote" big boy ball?
Yep.
Even though it's. I mean,
if the Gators was in the ACC, they wouldn't get the same recruits because nobody want to move to Gainesville.
Look at Florida State. I'd rather live in Tallahassee than I would Gainesville.
I do you want even better. If Alabama was in the ACC, they wouldn't be getting the same recruits unless they had Nick Saban.
No. Well, I mean,
nobody. There's nobody from South Florida moving to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to play for Alabama in the ACC.
I mean, so John Shields, I'm not saying that we're going to get in the SEC. We said we want to get in the SEC. Hell, I don't control that. Neither does
it's just hypothetical. It's just hype. I came on. I asked him about the question because me and T2Y had a discussion about it yesterday. So and don't say it can't happen because we know this realignment is coming soon. This realignment
have to do something at some point.
Yeah, this realignment is coming soon. And to be honest with you, and I live up here in SEC country, the three teams that the SEC wants, there are three teams that the SEC wants out of the ACC, and it is Clemson, Florida State, and Miami. Those are three teams that they want when they do this realignment. Those are three teams that they're trying to cherry pick right now when they redo.
If they got rid of like South Carolina, Vandy. And
they would have to keep them. They would have to keep them because they're doing this. They with this realignment thing, it's going to be like 4 huge conference, like 18, 20 team conference or whatever. That's how they try. When they're trying to get rid of NCAA, that's been going on like 2 or 3 years now. They're trying to figure out a way to do this realignment so they don't have to. So there's no more NCAA.
I would keep Tennessee in the SEC. I mean, I know they're not good, but man, that's another one that old money, old program. I mean,
and people got to admit, say what you want to say. Anytime Miami play a good team, it's a draw, bro, and it's on national TV. If Miami plays Georgia, no matter where it could be, they can play them in London, and it's gonna be a fucking draw. It's gonna be millions of people. All you gotta do is look at Notre Dame, Miami, 2017.
I'm pretty sure Zoe would have probably agree. I've always wanted Miami to have like a rivalry with LSU anyway.
That was my number one rivalry. That's who I wanted.
I want them because they're a lot of the same top players.
They're the Miami and Louisiana.
I mean, man, and a lot of kids from Louisiana want to come to Miami. A lot of kids from Miami want to go to Louisiana. I mean, those man, it would just
look at Alakazam.
What is it?
He said Duke to
the SEC. That's a basketball school, bro. And we can say that this year because we finally beat them, and we beat them so bad that they don't want us to play a football game against them again.
Alakazam is a Clemson fan.
Duke to the SEC. That's funny.
Oh my god! But not. I mean, I think to be honest with you, I think it's more likely to happen than not happen. Because with this,
how many people got in the chat, Joe? So I can't
86 now. We had like 100 and something, but
how many likes do we got?
I don't know. I can tell you this right here. Every time Paul go live, I'm going live from here on out. I'm dead serious.
Oh, can you go with that? Quit doing that, man.
No, because I did not realize that he was going live when I was going live all year long for post games. I didn't realize he was doing that. Then it was some other stuff that I got.
There's a bunch of YouTube followers. Some people like listen to him. Some people like
no. My thing is, I'm gonna start going when he go. He go when I go. I'm going when he go. You right. I'm do the same thing he do to me.
863. Yeah, that's what I said. Missouri, probably I would if I could change take Missouri, Vandy, and South Carolina out of the SEC and put them in the SEC.
First off, South Carolina already left the ACC. They're not going back. Plus, South Carolina
can go back and they can put Clemson in their spot.
Because South Carolina has more money than Clemson.
Yeah.
No, they have way more money than Clemson. They have way more money.
Well, who else then? Who else would you? I mean,
they're not going to take no. They're not talking about removing teams. They're talking about adding teams. They're not talking about removing teams. They're talking about adding teams. They're not talking about removing teams. They're talking about adding teams to the conference. They're talking about breaking it down. We have 83 likes.
Clemson going to the Pac-12. That's funny. That Clemson ain't going to the Pac-12.
I tell you what, god damn, boy, them motherfuckers, they'd be on the road. They would be
the road runners for sure.
God, they wouldn't win no game. They might win the first 2 games. Jet lag gonna catch up to their ass, bro.
What's up with your boy Mario Cristobal, man?
That's everybody wanted him.
They wanted. They didn't want Manny for nothing, and look what he did this year. Whew. Man,
everybody wanted him. Hey, we have 14,700 subscribers now too. We on our way to 15,000. We on our way to 15K. We on our way to 15K. The chat been doing real good this year, man. I was surprised at how good the chat been doing this year. Oh, what the hell you got going on? What the hell is all that in the background? What you got going? You got.
You know, man.
He sounds like Darth Vader himself.
Yeah.
You know, man.
You got to mute that.
Let's go.
You got to mute that. I can't hear nothing. But no, I mean,
IMG player suck in college. That's funny. You think Corey Brooks is going to suck in college? Do you think that Michael Redding's going to suck in college at Miami? I think that JJ McCarthy's going to suck.
I could say
it. Michigan, but
I could say it is him, man. I give some of these coaches one more year before I'm starting to scratch my head. It cannot take this long to develop these kids. Like even if you talking
about Miami?
Yeah, listen.
Who's not getting developed? So I keep hearing this, but who's not getting developed?
Just hear me. Just hear me for a second. Just hear me for 1 second. All right. I don't think linebackers are being developed, and I don't think defensive backs are being developed.
We don't got none.
But my thing, this is what I'm saying. You say we don't have none, right? And maybe we don't, maybe we do, maybe we don't. But this is what I'm saying. We still have more talent at linebacker than most schools in the ACC, even if we don't have none, right? I see teams with less talented players. Their players play more talented and more disciplined than our players.
This is what I tell you what that is, though.
No, just let me finish. This is what I mean by this. All right. I think that there are a lot of coaches that coach better than our coaches. I think there are a lot of coaches that outcoach our coaches because even like last year Duke, there's no way last year Duke should have beat us. No which way, form, how. There's no way FIU should have beat us. There are teams with way less talent. Not saying that we have world beaters. Not saying that. But there are teams that have way less talent that get more out of their coaches. Yeah, Clemson linebackers are not world beaters.
But they're fifth-year seniors.
Yeah, you're right, but they're not world beat. Shit, we had last man Shaq went to McDonald's before every game last year. Man, ate a couple burgers together. I don't see
Shaq. I know you gave Shaq trouble, but we saw this year he wasn't as bad as everybody thought.
Yeah, he was. He's just not as bad as the player that's behind him. And that's another thing. Those players weren't getting pushed neither. This is what I think
behind him. So look, you got to give Bradley Jennings a pass because he was hurt his whole freshman year. He was hurt his whole sophomore year. He was going to get to play sophomore year, but at the spring game, the one right before you went, the week before the one with me and you went together down at Trask Powell, he tore his groin again. Was out for that season. So now he's in his third season. I believe his third season, maybe fourth season now, redshirt season. And now he's finally playing. He's gotten better as the season has went on. He was really terrible year to year, but he's
gotten healthy. I'm just saying, I feel like
Wilder was the same way. Wilder got medically retired because he couldn't get through it. Wayman Steed has played better as the season's going because he was hurt his whole career. Outside of that, the only other linebackers that's still here is Zach McLeod, and honestly, I just don't think he's that good.
No, I ain't gonna talk about Zach. I ain't gonna talk about Zach.
I hate to be mean, but I just don't think he's that good.
At least you didn't call him out his name. That's being that good and calling him garbage too. I hate it when people call these kids garbage.
He's not garbage. He's better than anybody that's on here in this chat.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I get it at. I just feel like I say, I look at other teams with less talent get more out of their players. I'm not saying coaches have to be fired this year. That's not what I'm saying. I just want to see. I want to see a jump. I want to see a jump next year. I want to see a major jump next year. I do. I want to see these kids because the strength and conditioning is excellent. I love it. Just like we're seeing more improvement from the offense. It's not just everybody think it's just De'Aaron King. No, Rhett Lassie is learning how to call plays in big boy football. He didn't call plays at Auburn. It was an adjustment period for him as well.
I don't think his play calling was ever a problem. I just think we literally had 5 weeks to get ready for the season.
I think it was. I think it was, especially in the red zone, because like even when both tight ends were healthy, I think he rarely ever put both of them in the game together. And in the red zone, we could have used both of them.
They haven't been healthy all season.
I'm not saying all season, but there were times when they were both healthy together. Like this
past game.
No, there were times when they both played the same game together.
I know, but they wasn't either one of them healthy.
I mean, but I'm just saying, just on red.
He said it himself that they wasn't healthy.
I'm just saying on red. I'm just saying on red zone packages. I'm just saying on red zone packages, like you get those two guys in the game together on red zone packages and oh look, see this T2Y is about T2Y, but I swear to you,
he's asking me a million questions. I better answer his questions.
No. What it is? He's being an ultimate. He's an ultimate pessimist. He's asking you this question because me and him got in a discussion on his channel. I shouldn't even show it because I shouldn't even show it because this is what he does on his channel. When me and him have a discussion on his channel, right? This is what he'll do. When somebody agree with him, like I got 50 people agree with me, right? He won't show none of them. He'll have one person agree with him, and he'll show that shit. He'll keep that up for 30 minutes. he'll keep it up for 30 minutes. He said, "What's your thoughts on camp performance this season?"
Man, y'all are trying to get me in the middle of y'all too.
No, that's not what I'm telling you. Why he asked?
Okay, well, don't give me your opinions though, because I want to be honest. I don't want you guys to try to, because I haven't heard y'all had this debate, so this is kind of funny. I like Cam. He's a big running back. I think Chaney is by far our best running back, but I think there's times. And maybe I don't know him. I don't know his I don't have his personal record, so I don't know if he's hurt or he's had I don't know what a good way to say it, but he's a good back. He plays better at times than other times. I don't know how to say that a good way, but there's times where he looks like he just can get tackled out of nowhere, like somebody touch him with a finger and he falls down. And then there's other times he looks like he can run through a wall. So I don't know if he's just hurt or he just gets gun shy or what. But if he was consistently as good as he has been at times, he would be an elite running back.
Now I'm gonna ask you my question.
I don't know what y'all's argument was, but that's
now I'm gonna ask you my question. How many running backs get better with only 8 to 10 touches a game?
Well, I mean, but he's getting more than 8-10 to get 8.
He's averaging about 8, maybe 12. I think one game he had like 15. But he's averaging 8 to 10, maybe 12 touches a game. And even last year he broke free second half, not first.
I'll just look. I don't gotta. A lot. So I'll say this: I think he's probably the best at pass blocking right now.
And I think I'm not hard on the young back. I'm just saying running backs typically need touches in order to get going. Not just that, he's not the only one in this new system.
He's had 110 attempts this season.
And what's that? What average? What average is that? What's that average?
It looks like around 15 about 15 rushes, but he also has a lot of passing yards.
Yeah, so you said he had 100. How many touches?
110, and we've had.
I'm gonna divide that by how many games we played. 9. That's 11 touches a game right now. That's 11.
That's 11 attempts. That's not touches because he's also had. He usually gets about 3 receptions a game too.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, that's 11 rushes. That's what I was saying about 11 rushes. He's averaging about 11 rushes a game. That's what I was saying. It's not like he's getting the ball a lot neither. That's what I mean.
I'm pretty sure he still leads the team though.
He does. He does. What I'm saying is, you go from getting 20 last year to cutting it in half this year.
That's what I mean. We kind of knew that going in. When you have 2 guys that are potentially five-star running backs, to play them if they're able to play.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. My thing is killing him, saying he's not good or he's not this. No, but he's not producing. He had more time to produce last year. Remember they called him.
He's producing though. Like, look, I didn't say he was. I'll say this. there's times where I've been like, damn, holy crap, man. Like,
remember last year?
He'll run over people sometimes, and I'm like, man, that right there, that was this past game against Duke. That double juke he did, I've never seen him juke anybody. That double juke, I even showed Holly, my wife. I was like, look what he just did. That sucker just Houdini'd around those two guys.
But you remember
I don't
last
see
year,
that consistently from him. You know
what did they say last year about him? He got better in the second half.
Well, yeah, because DJ got hurt. DJ got hurt. He got a lot more time.
Yeah, he got a lot more carries. That's my point. He's a back that need. There are backs that don't need carries, and there are backs that need carries. He's one of those backs that need carries in order to get in a rhythm.
He came out hot though. The first 3 games, he had like 100 yards each.
Yeah, but that was a new offense. They were spreading, and they spread the hell out the field, and it helped them a lot. All I'm saying is, like I said, you great. You don't pull great running backs. You just don't. I'm not saying this is a great running back, but I brought the Willis McGahee thing up to him. I said Willis McGahee didn't have really no yards until the third quarter of Ohio State game. They ain't pull him. Ohio State was shutting his ass down. Like you have these games where you have and when you and not just that he had to learn a whole new running style because of his offense. There's a whole
that's the thing though. Like that's why I don't think he's getting as many attempts because I mean this staff is going to play the hot hand. There's games
I won't disagree with him on that neither. They're gonna play the hot hand.
There's games where Rooster has looked ridiculous.
Yeah,
and there's games where Cam's look ridiculous, and there's games where Chaney's look ridiculous. And some of those games, I mean, I can go back and look. That the one game that everybody like the game that he tweeted out, all like he feels disrespected. Let me look and see what game it is because I remember looking at it. It was Virginia. He was averaging 1 yard a carry. He's not going to get playing time. He's averaging 1 yard a carry. I mean, but you know, it's just one of those things. I don't know.
But like I say, football and basketball is about repetition and consistency, man. If you don't get it, it's hard to. It just is. It's about rhythm, and any athlete would tell you that. Any athlete would tell you that. Like once you get that, it's the same thing with quarterbacks. Shit, quarterbacks just can't come in.
Yeah. So for comparisons though. In that Virginia game, when he was upset that he wasn't getting more carries, he had 8 attempts for 8 yards, 1 yard a carry. Don Chaney had 10 attempts for 43 yards, 4.3 yards per carry.
And I'm not saying that Don Chaney shouldn't have got more attempts. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you still could have gave Lorenzo the ball some more. That's all I'm saying because not Lorenzo. Cam. Could you think about it? Like I said, even when DJ was hot, Cam was still getting the ball. You know, Cam was still getting the ball. He still was able to get in the rhythm. They rotated them backs. It's not a problem him being rotated. It's a problem that he get pulled out too fast. You need your rhythm.
Virginia's game plan was to stop the run, and they did not stop the run when it came to Chaney or Knighton. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I'll look real quick, but I'm pretty sure Jalen Knighton had the highest average. But
it was games where running backs had more yards than Emmitt Smith. That don't mean they were better. And I'm not saying Chaney or Knighton ain't better. All I'm saying is I think is running backs
better. But yeah, so Chaney had the most yards per carry, but Knighton got 12 attempts for 37 yards. He was having 3.1 per yards per carry. So
all I'm saying is Cam's one of those backs. But I did say this shit too, and somebody mentioned in the chat. I thought he put on too much muscle.
That freaking pictures he put out right before the season, bro, he looked like a damn pissed off hamster on steroids.
Yeah, I said he put on too much muscle because when you put that much muscle on, you get gassed fast.
That Jokers, he wasn't gassed against Louisville, bro. That's freaking 23.
He might have lost some of that muscle though. I mean, I think he lost some of that. I think people was in his ear telling him he need to come down on some of that muscle. Like you don't see boxers built like that for a reason. You can't go 12 rounds built like that. Mike Tyson in his heyday wasn't built like that. You don't see boxers because you can't go because it takes so much oxygen. You a bodybuilder, you know.
Let me ask. So what? T2, ask your questions again because I forgot what they were. Now I don't know if I can find it. But can I go back and find it?
No, he would just say. He said, "What did you think about Cam this year? Would you basically have bench?"
He asked me about 4 questions though, back to back, and that's why I'm trying to remember where they're at.
If Lingard,
I read one up was about.
He would have taken the spot. If Lingard stay, you know what? I'm revoking your Miami Hurricane card for that. Your card is revoked.
Lingard, brother,
Your
come on,
card.
man.
He quit on us. He quit. Oh my God! You ain't answering no more of his questions for the night. He ain't quit. Cam ran his ass out of town.
Let me answer him about Austin Barbers.
No, no, answer the Lingard question first. And I want you. I want you. Fucking kid.
Well, he did ask a question. He just said, I think he would have started.
I want your response for that. Man. He ain't even playing with yet now. Oh, God.
All I'm gonna say is I'm pretty sure he's like 5th string at Florida, and they don't even have a running back. So, yeah. I mean, Lingard. So look, Lingard, from what I understand, is a great dude. I actually know I'm friends with a former Hurricane. That's the 3-time national champion that lives in Orlando up here. That goes and trains by his house, and they talked, and so I kind of hear he's a good kid, but he wanted more playing time, whatever. The thing is, his elite trait was speed. I think he had like a 4.28 40, which is crazy, and I mean his whole game is speed. He wasn't that good at pass blocking. He wasn't that good. He's not going to be double move. He's a get a line and go.
He definitely
when you have that, and your best trait is speed, and then you get a bad injury that takes you out for a long time. It's really hard to come back from a leg injury when your whole game is speed. So
I just looked at the roster. He's 19th. He's 19th on a depth chart at running back. They even have the recruits.
They're not even 19 running back.
They have the recruits from 2021, 22, 23, and 24 rated ahead of him right now. What you talking about? Miss me, T2Y, kind of dumbass.
Don't be hating on T2.
No, man, T2Y, no, man. I'm giving T2Y the same treatment he gave me on his channel last night. It's the same treatment he gave me on his channel. I'm giving him right now.
So he asked about Austin Barbers. He's the 6'7", 315-pound offensive tackle out of Jacksonville. Man, I posted a video yesterday. Him dunking. He can dunk at 315 pounds. So the kid's athletic. I actually think he would be a great future right tackle for Miami. I just don't. I'm cautious because we only have 4 scholarship spots.
I get so aggravated with Endo because he's probably him and Cam Underwood. I'm just being honest with you. Him and Cam Underwood for facts are the 2 best recruiting guys when it comes to recruiting. When it comes to recruiting, this is facts, not opinions, and he ain't gonna want to take credit. When it comes to recruiting, I had to get my ass kicked a couple times by Endo before I had realized that he's that good. So him and Cam Underwood the best, hands down. When it comes to recruiting football, when it comes to recruiting for the University of Miami, is 1A and 1B. Endo, Cam, and I just wish I can get Endo. I can get Endo 4. If I can get Endo 4 time on recruiting, man, you talking about now I got
Joe, you ain't letting me talk.
I'm just saying. I just listen to I want the people to know who you really how good you are, man. Like, dude,
anyway, so I posted a video of him dunking yesterday, and he's he wasn't offered by Miami until yesterday. His senior year has been really, really good. He kind of came out of nowhere. He was committed to Minnesota, decommitted from Minnesota when Miami started talking to him. He wants to stay closer to home. He doesn't want to move far away. I think if Miami doesn't give him the green light to commit, then I think he'll probably go to Mississippi State. But I think that's only because I'll say this: I would not be shocked if Florida State doesn't push to try to get him if we don't take him. I think he wants to come to Miami. I think same way with Patrick Payton, they wanted to come to Miami, but if there's no green light, they're not. I mean, they can't commit. It doesn't matter if they want to commit or not. So, I'll say this: right now we have 4 spots. One's going to be a quarterback. One's going to be a corner. I think one of them probably needs to be a graduate transfer defensive end if Phillips leaves. And then I would be okay with taking either a grad transfer corner or taking Austin Barbers as a future right tackle.
I have a question for you that I bet you've never been asked before. Serious question. I bet you've never been asked before.
A serious question from Zoe. Ooh, here we go.
That's serious question about recruiting. Serious. Who do you think, not by star or this right there, who do you think is the most important recruit that we landed, we needed to land, or that we may land? Not the best recruit, but the most important recruit.
So I'll answer that in two parts, because obviously the most important person on the roster is the quarterback. So we need a quarterback. So if we get Jake Garcia, then he's going to be the most important. But take the quarterback out of the scenario. Most important.
Because we have so many, we got positions of need.
Yeah. I'm going to say Brashard Smith. And the reason I want to say that is because if Mike Harley is leaving, we've got to find somebody who can. Did you say position of need, or you said recruit that we've committed?
Yeah, I mean, because we have positions of need. So you put all those positions together, and you know what we're lacking at each position. So you know what positions are strong and what positions are weak. So
we need a corner, but I don't think we're going to get the type of corner I would prefer us get this class. But I'll say this: of the current kids committed, to me, outside of quarterback, the most important is Brashard Smith. He's the 4-star. I call it a slot weapon. It's he's gonna play in the slot as a wide receiver. He's gonna probably have sweeps. He's gonna probably be put in the backfield here and there. He's gonna be played outside. I mean, he's so fast. He's got the fastest verified 40 in the country right now in high school. It's like 4.42, I believe, off the top of my head, maybe 4.44. But he's got a low 4.4 verified laser 40, no dial, hand dial. Because if Mike Harley leaves, who do we have right now at receiver that has showed they can be consistent and be weapon for us in the offense? We really don't have no one right now.
Nobody.
I think Brashard Smith. So 247, has him compared to Tyreek Hill at the Kansas City Chiefs. I personally, my comparison has always been Jalen Riggers. That was at TCU last year, and he's now at.
Love you, little bro.
I believe he's with the Eagles now.
Okay.
And the thing is about Brashard is he's already like 5'10", like 200, right at 200 pounds, 195. He's really thick.
Yeah,
so
that's a big
he's
boy.
he's not like he's a thick slot receiver. Like I would imagine probably somebody's gonna say we got Mark Pope. Mark Pope is 160 pounds. I mean, he is a great slot. He's a great slot receiver, but he's not a slot weapon. He can't play running back. He can't break it. He ain't gonna be able to get a bunch of yak yards. He's gonna be the slot guy that gets position.
He hasn't showed it. He just hasn't showed a lot. Since you answered offense, I'm going defense because everybody's screaming defensive players.
Well,
just one defensive player, just one. Because then I'm about to get off. I'm gonna try to get my camcorder. I'm gonna try to get my mic to show you the new setup that I got. But if I can get
most important. Well, I don't believe most important. See, I take most important as like quickest impact.
You can do that. You can do that. I'm good with that.
Like to me, the most important recruit means somebody that's going to be a quick game changer that's going to help us better in the short term. And which means I can't go to anybody defensive end because I don't think our defensive end is going to just get better all of a sudden. We don't have any cornerbacks committed, so we can't just all of a sudden make our cornerback room better. I think at linebacker, Corey Flagg and Sam Brooks are going to be our linebackers moving forward. So, we're stacked this at striker too with Gilbert and Keontra Smith. if Bolden leaves, I would probably say James Williams, and I know he's a 5-star. That's the easy answer. It's either him. I mean, the thing is, like, the problem is we're in good shape at most positions. I don't think there's anybody on defense that has to come in and play right away.
But you,
like,
I mean,
you
think you got to be a backup.
Be a day one changer.
You see, a backup can be a changer, because if you come in and you don't, it's not a big drop off, or like it's almost even or not a huge drop off. That helps, because depth is a part.
Well, then I would definitely go. I would go with James Williams, because Amari Carter probably should come back. I don't know if he does or not. I mean, he's a senior, so he would be I think like a 5th or 6th year senior at that point. So, we would have Gervin Hall and we would have Bubba Bolden. If Bubba Bolden comes back, it would be James Williams. I mean, it don't have to be, because Leonard Taylor's good. He's going to play early on. But, I mean, we already have Jared Harrison Hunt, Nesta, Jordan Miller, and I mean, Holly. I guess he could be the fourth defensive tackle coming in early. I mean, but the thing is, the defensive tackle position is something that's going to take time to develop. I mean, he can play, but he's not going to be – there's going to be a drop-off until he gets some weight on. I mean, you got to get some maturity in your muscles at defensive tackle. Yeah, I mean, it has to be James Williams. If we had a good corner, then I probably would say corner. But Marcus Clark and Isaiah Dunston played really good, so there's no developmental corner that's going to come in and play right away. I mean, it would have to be like somebody like Jason Marshall that we didn't get. So
I can tell you what I did was I put a lot of money away, because next year, if COVID allows, I'm going to be at a lot of high school games from North Carolina, Georgia, here in Florida. I'm gonna be at every major 7-on-7. I'm gonna be at every major 7-on-7 camp, especially in the and so.
Richard, I know we have a lot of safeties. I'm saying guys that's going to come in. He said recruits, guys that can come in early. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how many safeties we have. James Williams will come in and play as a true freshman.
Hey, Richard, it was a question that I asked. The reason why, listen. The reason why I asked this question, because I know people will sit back and, try to analyze everything. The reason why I asked this question is because, like I said, it's the two best Miami Hurricane recruiters there are that I know personally is Cam Underwood and Endo Gaines, Endo Gaines. Okay. And I'm just being honest, just being real. Those are the two best Miami Hurricane recruiters I asked. So he didn't just tell you a player. He told you a player and explained why. And this is where I wanted y'all to see that. So this is why.
I'll say this. He keeps bringing up T2s. He keeps bringing up T2, which is Terrence Lewis out of Miami Northwestern, formerly at Miami. At Miami Central, formerly at Miami Northwestern.
Rich is a good guy too.
If he comes, then he could probably play early as a linebacker. I still think he's got a little bit of stuff in his game he needs to refine to play early. I know he's a 5-star. I know he's really super talented. His ceiling is probably one of the highest in this recruiting class, in my opinion. But I still think even if he came here, he would have to take a little time. There's parts of his game I'm not going to knock him because he's elite. He will be amazing linebacker whether he comes here, goes to Auburn, goes to Texas A&M, wherever he goes. He will be an elite linebacker before he's out of college. Well, I still think for him to play early, he's going to have to make a little bit of adjustments to his game because right now he's just over-talenting everyone.
And that happens. Sometimes you're just the best player in your league, and then when you get around players that are just as good as you, or you find somebody that's better than you, you're in a culture shock. Those things happen, and that's why I say that's why I asked Endo Gaines about. That's why I'm telling you he's smart as fuck. When it comes to recruiting stuff, the reason why I've never asked nobody a question like that, except I asked Cam that question when I was on Mark Rogers. Never asked nobody else that question because I know that he could answer it. He could answer it.
I'll say this: one guy that's I guess he's under the radar because I think a lot of
I'm talking about Cole. 904 Kane. I'm talking about Cole. You know who I'm talking about.
A lot of people don't talk about him because he doesn't do social media. He doesn't talk. He's super quiet. But just remember, Tyler Johnson. He's a linebacker coming in. He isn't talked about a lot. He's Jaquan Johnson's little brother. He recruited to Miami. He got recruited and committed like years ago. He's in this class. He's going to be here. I'm telling you, just remember how me talking about him right now, because he will be shocking some people in a couple years. Just remember that.
Well, I'm hoping I can get Mr. Endo Canes. I'm hoping I can get Mr. Endo Canes on once or twice a month for the foreseeable future. Maybe once or twice a month to get in here.
What platform am I on? Right now I'm on Tile platform at the house.
I tell you this here, man. If you go watch him on Facebook, like when he posts something on Facebook, it rarely gets under 150, like not just likes, rarely gets under 150 comments. Like he just knows what bro, you got to pay. My channel would not be where it is right now if it wasn't for him. Just being honest with you. When I first started from the ground and I had about 3,000-4,000 subscribers, bro, he pushed me harder than I pushed me. He's a great guy. He has a great family. I watched my niece grow up to be. That's my brother. It's my brother. Like I love him like a brother.
Alakazam. If you're talking about Leonard Taylor, he's definitely bigger than 255 now. So the whole thing. People keep looking at like 247 and rivals and all this stuff for weights and heights. Those are off because specifically 247, they do not change weights and heights without being verified. And since there's not been any camps, they can't verify heights and weights. I know for a fact from talking with some coaches at Palmetto that Leonard Taylor is bigger, and they for sure Brashard Smith is a lot bigger than what his 247 says.
This is what makes me great. See, because I've surrounded myself with people like Endo, right? And I'm actually in Miami, and I see these players, and I tell these players, no, I'm throwing a shot right here. This is not Paul's channel, man. We don't just read off 247 Sports. We talk to people. We just read off 247 Sports. I'm there. I threw a shot. I don't care. Even though Endo didn't want me. We don't just read off 247 Sports. Know people and talk to people, not 247 Sports. Because a lot of time when you go to those websites, like you say, they don't go to the school. They go by what they go by what they hear. They don't just go. They don't go down there and do.
Gabby's been going to schools a lot here. I mean, since they hired Gabby. Arudia, he's a good guy. He's been going to schools like every week. They've got him on the ground.
But I'm just saying, like you on the ground. You're there. 786 is on the ground. Street is on the ground. You guys see these guys and know these guys and talk to their guys, talk to their families and stuff like that. So that's why when I get information from people that's on the ground all the time, people who know people. And when I'm there, and when I'm there, I'm on the ground. I'm running, and I will be. Like I said, all the major 707 camps in the state of Florida this year, I will be at them. I've already got vacation put in, saved up, whatever. I'm ready to go. I'm trying to show you this system before I get off real quick. Like if I can get my webcam around. You see the mic and stuff, right?
What'd you do to your hair?
I grew my hair out, man. I grew my hair out. I grew my life. I needed to do it. It was
Miami doesn't recruit Lakeland because every time we recruit Lakeland, we waste money. Them chuckers get away quick. Y'all hit the like button. I mean, it really does help Zoe. I mean, I know he gets on here and he rants and all that stuff about stuff, but you need to hit the like button if you're watching. It doesn't take but a second, and it does help you. If we got Bubba, Carter, Balaam, Harrell, possibly Hall, Kitchens, James, do you think Avante will move to corner? I know people say he may play nickel. I don't know if he hasn't. He's fast. I don't know how like shifty he is to play nickel. He could play. I mean, I guess he could. But the thing is man, we have depth. And what do you think we're going to do to off it? People keep talking about how quote unquote bad our defense is at the passing game. We lead the ACC and in passing defense. We are number 1 in the ACC with passing defense. As bad as y'all think we are on defense right now in the passing game, we lead the ACC in pass defense. And it's only going to get better when you add those people and add depth and be able to then rotate guys. The heck's on your walls, though?
No, you at the wall now. I got to turn my camera.
Here at the wall.
I want you, because I remember you kept telling me I need to get more equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I just want to show you that I've been working on. You still see all my stuff I got from you over there. My Hurricane, my Sebastian. Got my hats up there.
Panama Jack, you're a Florida State fan? Is Panama Jack a Florida State fan? I don't know if Zoe can hear me yet. He ain't got his headphones on.
I can hear you.
Is Panama Jack a Florida State fan?
He wants to do what?
I said, is Panama Jack a Florida State fan? He ain't typed the shit.
He's a Florida State fan.
Patrick Payton came to Florida State because Miami didn't have the room. If the NCAA changes the rules and allows us to get more than 25 counters, I would almost guarantee he comes to Miami. But man, look, I'll say this right now. He is by far, I mean, not even close, by far the best player you guys have committed in this class.
And that's the only guy y'all guys gonna commit.
I mean, they got some more players, but
I'm messing with Panama Jack. Panama Jack, my dude.
Hey, look, I'm honest. Look, Florida State, it's sad. Florida State is so bad this year that it's not even fun trolling them to me. Because
we respect them. It's a respect.
Yeah,
thing.
They're so bad that trolling them this year isn't even fun. Like, it sucks because
we respect them. It's a respect thing. All right, it's the respect thing. Like, I don't care how bad the Gators are. I'll troll them all day.
Savion Savion.
I'm about to let you. I'm going to bed. You want to keep running the show?
No, I ain't gonna get into why Savion decommitted. I don't think it was his choice. Let's just
you let me know. You let me know when you have some more free time, and I'll let people know when you have some, and I'll post in the chat because he works a lot too, so it's hard for him to do these long shows. Yeah. But you let me know when you have some more free time, and because like I said, ain't nobody. That's why I never really wanted to get a recruiting guy. The only one I wanted to do was. Fuck that. I want Cole Perry to be. That's the only person I wanted to do this. That's why I never really went after. I tried other people I like, but there's nobody that can break it down better than him. It's just.
What do I think about Mason Smith?
See, the question gonna keep.
I think Mason Smith and Leonard Taylor would be the best defensive tackle duo in the country day one, but he's a Louisiana kid, and it is so hard to pull a kid out from Louisiana.
Unless you're Alabama.
Unless you're. But even then, I mean, it's rare for a kid that Louisiana State University, LSU, wants to leave that state. I mean,
and that's why it amazes me that they're not as good all the time. Bugs me.
Yeah, so we have a good dynamic. Did you read that? We have a good dynamic. I'm level-headed, you're hot-headed, and we just chill.
I'm telling you, like, people don't like. It's hard as hell to get him on the show, but then it's hard as hell to get him off because he will answer every question.
Pause.
He will answer every question.
Pause. Pause.
He will answer every question. Now I say I'm gonna get on for like an hour, and I stay on for 3 hours. I ain't gonna lie, but when I'm ready to get off, I've been trying to get off for 40 minutes.
No, that's because they know when I'm on here, I'll answer these questions and I'll read the stuff. You don't read it. You just keep.
I read that.
You dyslexic read it and don't even know what they're saying, and you argue with them.
I haven't said you haven't been over here. I don't do that. I read their questions and stuff. The thing is, this is recruiting stuff. I'm not you when it comes to this, bro. I'm not you. This is different shit.
Mackenzie Milton. Last question.
See, another recruiting question. Like they this is how good you are, bro.
Zoe didn't get the pause. Zoe didn't get the pause. He didn't understand what he said. So you said it was hard to get me off. That's why I said pause.
I've been drinking.
Anyway, so Mackenzie Milton. If King,
I said two bad. I said two bad things. I said two. I think about it. I said hard to get you on, hard to get you off.
Yeah. That's why I said pause.
I'm stupid.
Oh man.
Oh, you stupid.
Anyway, so last question for T2Y. He Mackenzie Milton. So I know apparently there was rumors going around that King had talked to him, whatever that happens. Look, if King comes back, we don't need Mackenzie Milton, and I think he goes to Florida State. I think if King decides to leave and Mackenzie Milton is still available, I would be okay with talking to him. But I'll say this right now: as soon as January gets here, I would imagine there's going to be a lot better quarterback options in the transfer portal if we really need somebody. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to take somebody who's not going to make us better. If they're not better than N'Kosi Perry, there's no point in talking to them. But now, if somebody comes available, and I'm just going to – this isn't going to happen, but I just theoretically, like let's say – let me think of somebody that's good.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. He said that was a great question. Maybe we donate more so we can hear this combination. and I'm telling you, Cole, like hey, dude is fire on this shit. Like this recruiting shit, he is that guy.
Let me think of a quarterback that I would probably want. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Let's just say somebody comes available. It's not going to happen with this guy, but just somebody his level. Let's say somebody like Justin Fields comes available, or which is not going to be him, but you can say somebody like one of his backups.
I'm turning comments off. No more comments. I'm turning comments off. Because he's gonna keep reading comments. I'm turning comments off.
people keep saying. So people say King needs to come back. Let me take that, and then I'll answer the question. Like I said earlier, if King wants to be a quarterback, he should come back. If he wants to be a quarterback in the NFL, but if he doesn't believe coming back is going to make him a quarterback in the NFL, meaning like if he comes back next year, is he going to go from a fourth round offensive weapon to a third round offensive weapon? There's really no benefit to him coming back. Now, if him coming back turns him from like a fourth round or fifth round offensive weapon to a, let's say, second round quarterback or third round quarterback, it'd be worth him coming back. But I just don't see that happening. So now that answers that question. We'll go back to a quarterback.
Lakers dope. You can't see your question. I just turned comments off. I'm turning comments off, man. I turned comments off. You can't see your question. I turned comments off. No more questions. No more questions. I got to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. No more questions. So if y'all want to ask Mr. Perry some more questions, if y'all want to ask Indo Gaines any more questions, I'm gonna call him after the show. See if I can get a quick 5-minute conversation with him real quick. Like
there ain't nothing quick 5 minutes talking to you.
Anyway. See if I can talk to him for like it'd be I gotta go to bed for real. But I'm gonna have a conversation with him and see if I can get him on at least twice a month to come on and talk to you guys about, because like I say, he is that good. Y'all seen it. Like the questions kept coming when it comes to recruiting. Like they was coming back to back like crazy. Once we've been talking recruiting for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'll say this. I'll just say this. I don't care who the quarterback is. I wouldn't take Mackenzie Milton at least until after February signing day, or let me say this, or before we start. Give it 2 weeks before we start spring practice.
I heard he's like 90% to Florida State.
Well, I mean, he's crystal ball to Florida State, but he would come to Miami because it was kind of funny. What he wanted to do is he wanted to go to a program that wins, not Florida State. Something that's close. That's Miami and Florida State and Florida. He wants it to be a Power 5 school, which is those 3 schools. So really, it's either if Miami or Florida wanted him, he's going to go to those schools over Florida State.
Okay.
But, I mean, like that, and I think he will hold out. Now, obviously, he's going to want to start whatever the last day is to enroll into fall, spring semester, it's probably going to be like the
You
second.
can't guarantee I'm a starting position. We got to earn it with all that guarantees about.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like at Florida State, he's going to be guaranteed because there's there's really nobody to compete against. I mean, Travis, whatever, Jordan Travis, and then you got Purdy, but I don't see Purdy. I mean, he's hurt again. I mean, like Florida State kind of like messed him up right now.
That snake bit right now. All right, let me get off. Let me get off Endo. Hey man, I gotta get off here. I'm gonna give you a call real quick, but I gotta get off of here, man. I'm tired. I gotta work.
Hey,
in the morning.
y'all hit the like button. If you want me to come back, I'm not coming back unless I see like buttons here. How many likes do we have, though?
Last time I checked was at like 85. Right now we're probably, let me see.
Everybody in the comment, if you hit the like button, put it in the comment right now.
Yeah, we're at 88 right now. We've been getting about 150, 200 likes almost every video, mostly.
Well, y'all apparently didn't like the show enough because I ain't seen enough likes. If you hit the like button, put it in the comments right now that you hit the like button.
All right, so we had 91 that quick. Look at that. He said you gotta have 100 if you want him to come back. You gotta have 100 before you get off. So I'm gonna give y'all
hit the like button and put in the comments that you hit the like button, so I know you did it because I'm gonna be looking for people that ask questions that make sure they hit the like button.
So right now we're at 91, so we're at 90, but only 60 watching. So because everybody know we're getting off. We're at 92. We're at 92. He said y'all want to come back. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're at 92.
Take sugar out there.
We're at 95. Here y'all go. All right. Y'all want them back. All right, we're at 95. I'm gonna keep refreshing. All right, we stuck at 95. So if y'all don't want to come back, you need 5 more.
Hey, it could be the Zoe show with Endo.
I love that. I love that. That's why I said I'm gonna talk to you. We stuck at 95. I ain't saying
the Zoe show with Endo. I'm a poet who didn't know it. I know that was a lame dad joke, but it don't matter.
No, it don't. No, it ain't. That's a good show. I think everybody in chat done hit the like button though, because we're at 95.
All right, appreciate it, man. We'll holler at you.
I didn't hit the like button, so that guy's at 96. Did you hit the like button?
I don't know. Did I hit the like button? I think I did. I don't know how to look on this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hit it.
When I get on though, so.
All right. Well, yeah, we're at 96 now.
I'll do it as soon as I get off.
We're at 97. Let's see if we can get 3 more real quick. Let's see if we can get 3 more real quick. Like, got a minute to get 3 more. Now, that'll put it at 9 o'clock. Let's see if we can get 3 more by 9 o'clock. Probably not. It was gonna be, like I said, I think everybody in the chat already hit it. Yeah, I think everybody in the chat already hit it, and we're at 9 o'clock now. So I'm gonna give you a call. 98. So we'll hit 100 before the night over with.
All right, go Canes.
Go Canes, man. Love you guys. We out.